putting that in party funds? What are we doing with that?
Sixa gets all the gold. No, I'm
Splitting
kidding.
up, I assume.
We can split up. Split it between party members and give us all just a little bit of pocket change.
What about the Jade game board with platinum pieces worth 7,500 gold pieces?
It's an item.
Yeah.
Has to be sold.
But it is worth 7,500 gold pieces.
Has to be sold first.
Before I could gamble with it.
Yeah, you can't
Mm-hmm.
well, unless they're giving
you
you the item, right? But they're not. No, do we want to split up all the coin at least?
Yeah.
Alright, how many people are we splitting it between?
Well, since Chell is possessed, Chell obviously gets 2 of it.
You said I had 110 gold on me, Nick?
You have 800 gold on you.
800 gold on me.
Is it just the 5 that we split it between?
Would have been 6, right? Hungry, Sixa, Chell,
6.
Dusk, Veb, and Sixa.
Alright, so 30 platinum pieces each. 342 gold. A 57 EP. And then silver. How much silver was in there? 479 divided by 6. We have, I'm going to round up to 80 silver. And also
You said
add
37?
that much. I just typed it in.
Got it. Okay.
30 platinum, 57 gold, 80 silver. We do have a good chunk of
Okay,
stuff we can sell, but...
With that in mind, Dusk will gamble all that. 30 platinum, 857 silver, and 857 gold and 80 silver.
Wait. How much are we? Okay. 30.
I put it into treasure.
Yeah,
so, yeah.
I have to do.
All right.
maths.
Barin is gambling 5k. And
Yeah, it's only 500 platinum. I got almost triple that.
That's fine.
These adventurers, they richer than I had presumed. Maybe I am in the long line of work here.
Why does Farin have almost? Where did you get all?
I
the platinum?
didn't spend any money on like anything.
So all the gold you got for buying gear, you just held on to it.
Mm-hmm. I got gear. Basic gear. With some little tiny upgrades.
Let
But,
me see.
yeah.
Let's do this gambling. The two of you are gambling. Anybody else joining, or is that it?
No, I'm good.
Okay. Well, you guys already downtimed. All right. So
Yeah, and 6 is busy.
6 is not gonna. All right. At least 10 gold. We have our golds in. We'll do this one by one. So let's start with Farin. Farin, 5k bet. We have 3 checks to make. Insight, Deception, Intimidation. You can replace one with a game set. You have proficiency.
Silly question, Nick.
Yes.
Just for fun, could Kazeb Steel Defender throw 5 gold in? He gambles.
It's a minimum of 10 gold. But
I just said a random number in just cause, like, just throw like 10 gold into the pot. Just let the Steel Defender gamble. He's there.
I honestly don't want to clog up the rolls with it, but he's sitting at the table.
He's there.
Farin, 3 rolls. Insight,
Sorry.
Deception, Intimidation. One can be replaced with a gaming set.
Okay,
Can
so
we
Insight?
cheat with sleight of hand?
Intimidation.
So Insight, You lose to a 16. Intimidation.
Deception.
You beat. No, you lose to a 14.
I suck, and I'm just gonna lose money. It's fine.
21, you win.
Hey!
One success.
What does that mean?
You lose half your
What do
money.
I get? Oh, only half?
Only half.
Now I have to do math to take out half my fucking 500 goddamn platinum.
250
platinum.
25.
1188. No!
What?
D100.
What?
D100 for
200.
complication.
And 50 platinum.
That's a complication. Roll a
I
d6.
just- Threw away 250 platinum.
5. As you're gambling, I'm going to say some of this leaks onto the Rock of Bral. There's a local gambling casino.
That gets mad?
They don't get mad.
Oh god.
You see some Yakuza come up to you. And they kind of surround your gambling table, and they say, "Hey, our boss wants to talk to you."
Wait, I thought this was on the way to Brawl.
This will be also on Brawl, right? So it's the ship and it's on Brawl. Because it's going to be a 10-day downtime for these activities. You get brought to the local
Yay.
crime boss. And for this, we will just say the Yakuza leader. We're gonna go with Shobi or Otobi, Harishi Otobi. You sit down across from what looks like a. He kind of looks like an adventurer himself. You can tell his leather jacket, although kind of bedazzled, it has like a golden dragon etched into it. But you can tell it actually is enchanted. You wearing magical armor. He has a kind of a very thin a saber at his side, a samurai sword, and he's covered in tattoos. Sits across from you. He looks and says, "You're new here in town, Brawl."
I mean, yes.
It's not too often people come around slinging that much money. You lost a lot today.
Yeah. It's gonna hurt.
I could make you a deal. Since you've lost so much money here at my casino, why don't we make sure that you come back? And the next time that you come back, make sure you don't lose. But if I see you at any other casinos, well, let's just say you'll have already lost.
Okay.
He threatens you to only frequent his casino. He offers you a deal on your next gambling bet. But basically, the Yakuza's after you if you don't use them exclusively now.
I feel like this is a trick. Because what if I don't go to a casino?
If you don't gamble, it doesn't matter too much. But if you gamble and you don't use their casino, there might be issues.
Because I think you're just a big loser that's going to lose them a lot of money.
They'll send Yakuza after.
And they want that money you're about to lose.
I'm gonna make a note of that so I don't forget. Yakuza will try to kill Farin if she gambles elsewhere. And I don't care where we are in the multiverse, they will just show up.
They made a deal on
Portal
Mechanist.
opens, Yakuza
Technically,
roll
Mark.
up.
Let's
It's just,
They
it's
just
just gonna be
know.
ninja portals from now on.
Mhm. Ninja
Honestly, that's worth gambling right there.
Right, just through that scene, we're gambling. You're just like,
Well, you
like,
want-
shit. I gotta get out of a situation. What do I do? You want to make a bet? You gotta
What
gotta
if
put
you,
money on
like,
the line. You gotta put money on the
accidentally
line. It's like, Farin, you gotta calm down. You have an addiction. Trevor, you're gambling.
Question on that.
Yes.
Can any of those rolls be replaced with sleight of hand if I'd like to cheat?
Sure. But I will say that if you cheat, the complication roll will instead be a 50 or above, you get a complication, and a
Fair.
90 or above, you get killed.
Sure.
But I'll let you cheat.
Accepted.
Wow.
Okay?
You think we are insane enough to do this, guys?
Insight, deception, intimidation.
Alright.
You can replace one with a card roll, and you can replace one with a sleight of hand.
I'm sorry, replace one with a what roll?
A tool proficiency, a card roll, or a chess set, or whatever tool proficiency you might have. So you could roll like a playing card set.
Okay, I don't have any proficiencies with gaming sets. I've got these tools, but I don't think that counts.
No, like a gaming set. So
Yeah,
this would be insight, deception, intimidation, and you can replace one
Alright.
with a...
I'm going to replace insight with sleight of hand.
Okay, go for it.
This is going to be the replaced insight.
You have a plus 20 sleight of hand.
I do.
21 DC. You needed a good roll. Certainly that
Yeah.
got you it. You succeed on the first roll.
Intimidation is not going to be so hot. Hey!
25. They would have to crit just to meet you. They do not. You win that one as well. What a 3.
What was the last one?
Deception.
Oh, okay.
Insight, deception, intimidation.
Still pretty good.
That is also, they need a crit and they don't get it. That's 3 wins. Complication is only 90 or above and you don't die. Go ahead and roll a d100.
Come on.
I should have clarified, only if you lose. It was the risk. 59. You're good to go.
Sweet.
Wait a minute. 59,
Thought you
that's a
said-
complication, isn't it?
Yeah, you said I got a complication every 50.
Oh, no, you're right. D6.
I live to make life complicated. Oh.
You get invited to a high-stakes table.
Ooh.
They insist you take part in a high-stakes table in the high city. A local brawl game.
Well, it would be rude for me to decline. And by all means, I will be happy to show up and take your money.
All right, we'll set that up as well. You get invited to a big, better game.
How rude! I don't get to go, and I'm the
You
one
you got
spending more
fucking assaulted
money.
by Yakuza. As for winnings, you gain double the amount you bet, which means you doubled your gold.
Awesome. Go in
That's
and
it.
fix
I fund
that real quick.
I will fund your high-paying game if you win again.
Next up,
That's not me betting.
Zixa.
Yes. I had a couple things I wanted to do for downtime, and I'm not sure how that's going to work out. Because I wanted to train my apprentice, because I promised a trainer.
Mm-hmm.
And I also now have a talking obelisk I wanted to look into.
Sure. You want to do research on the obelisk? Do you want to train? Say one or the other. You can definitely talk to the obelisk.
Let's do.
But if you wanted to do research on it, that'd be different.
Yeah. I guess Sixa will settle with training the apprentice.
Okay. You go to train the apprentice. You don't have to make any rolls for this. But let's just say to represent kind of the level of trainer you are, and I will give you a different reward depending on this roll. Give me an Arcana roll.
34.
Not bad. 34. Guys, his rolls are broken.
That was.
Dice.
I
That's a
just.
good roll.
I just clued in that it was one off of a critical success.
It is. Very nice. So you spend some time training some of the dark arts. What you get on a 34. What's her name? Do you remember what her name was? Oh, I found it.
Sadly, there we go.
Wait, that's not her.
I may
Hold on a second.
stop on D&D Beyond. Just add her name to my
Here's
notes.
Arian. The that's how you say that name? Marion Zavir. Marion, throughout this training, she learns a lot from you, and she's grateful. She says, "What is it that you're all doing with those obelisks?"
Well, they are subtly powerful artifacts. I'm personally trying to understand them. My compatriots, however, there's someone else interested in these obelisks, and we'd rather not let that person have them all.
Bad.
Just one random insight roll just to gauge how trustworthy I believe she would be.
Sure. Insight.
Super trustworthy.
I'll roll for
Yeah.
them. You know, they could also nat one, right? I'll roll for them. They do have a bonus, but I'm just gonna roll. It's not a nat one. So
It's not a nat one.
She's hard to read. Seeks
Yeah.
You're used to Thri-Kreen, you're used to telepathic communication. She doesn't use the telepathic communication. She talks back.
Wait, Oh, okay. I'm talking to her head, but then she's talking back verbally.
And for whatever reason, that makes it harder for you to really read someone.
Mental note: humans are complicated. I hate them. It is screw it. It is a lich named Vecna.
You see her
He's
eyes
powerful
kind of
enough
go
and-
wide. She says, "I thought it might have been."
Oh. So you're aware of his existence?
Well, yes, I wanted to become a lich. There was a while where I revered Sararak.
Ah.
She looks down at her book. I had been practicing the dark arts for some time. How did you learn of necromancy?
Well, it is a long history for my tribe. Are you familiar with the... Well, probably not. There is a world in this system called Anadia. It is a harsh and desolate place for my people. And compared to other Thrycreen, I am stunted. And my people were as well, and did not make it easier for us to survive. We stumbled upon a necromancer, likely not undifferent to yourself, who had perished during his attempts at learning. And we had taken the knowledge that he had learned and used it ourselves. And I'd learned from my mentor after many generations of Thrycreen learning to raise the dead. We understood that there was danger in it, and so we used it sparingly to aid in acquiring food. But, since leaving Anadia, I've been also on the quest of learning more of this dark arts. Lichdom is not entirely unappealing to me either. It is an alternative if the obelisks don't work in my favor.
I had begun searching, and it's where I started my next journey. Searching for a book. This one is just a copy of.
Well, a copy would still retain the knowledge of the book, would it not?
Oh, no. Fragments of it, maybe. I've learned some things from it. It's called, Book of Vile Darkness.
Memory recall. That's Tasha's book, isn't it?
No.
No?
It is not.
Okay.
Anonomicon is Tasha's book.
I do know
right.
whose book it is, but I don't think I'm there.
You're not there. Shut it.
You can see her book looks, minus the necromantic aura, like that.
I know the book, but I ain't saying shit.
Oh dear God, I think I know the book now.
She says,
But I'm gonna put a cork in it, see, 'cause that doesn't recognize it immediately.
there's a lot in it I can't read. It's spoken that well, I need his hand and eye.
Can you paste the name of that book?
You need a hand and eye.
I mean, even Speaks ought to be able to put together context clues from
Yeah.
that.
Just label it whoever's book.
Wait. Oh. The hand and eye wouldn't happen to be the hand and eye of Vecna, would it?
Well, I never
And
found
then-
them. But that was my initial goal.
So she's a follower of Vecna. Am I hearing this correctly?
Not necessarily.
I had heard that the hand of Vecna was in a different realm. Apparently still on some Dragonborn last... well, reported. The eye,
And
I don't have any record of.
well,
But I was
if the
looking
tome,
to try to find Arcan.
Arkan. What would perhaps if
I think
I were
he's
to
in the
persuade the
house.
party. Oh.
Avernus?
Yeah, I'm not entirely unfamiliar with the name of some of these realms.
The only thing I
But,
really know about him is that he's a follower of Tiamat. He was the last known to wield the hand of Vecna successfully.
Well, consider it blind luck, or the universe smiling upon us. A red dragon had just given us the opportunity to wants us to challenge Tiamat. Because apparently Tiamat is also aiding Vecna in his quest to rewrite the universe. And if we follow through with that plan, there was a good chance we would find your God damn it, my short-term memory kicked in and I immediately forgot his name. But perhaps we would find him and acquire the hand. Because even if this is a copy, it would still should be able to part with knowledge if the eye and hand are collected.
It has taught me what I know. It's said that if you read the real one, you'll go mad. A lot of the
How did you
scribblings
get
in there
this?
are nonsense. Oh,
How did you come upon it?
from a teacher. My first teacher. He was killed.
Name was?
I imagine so. Well, you are getting the hang of it. Conjuring the dead to serve your whims. But perhaps this would be a learning opportunity for us both. I'll push the party into searching for the hand, even if they don't really want to.
Did you want to try to read it?
If you're willing to let me try, I'll see, and if I learn anything you have not yet, I'll share that with you.
There's not a lot of people I would trust to read the book, but you seem capable.
Alright. Sixa will extend her arms and glare at the book. There's nothing holding the book closed, so I will...
There are
presumably...
like bands, but you unstrap the bands, it opens up very easily.
Yeah. A bit of mild hesitation, but
You start to
thinking that
read
is
through, and indeed a lot of the pages are filled with scribbles, nonsense, and in between the nonsense there's mentions of fiendish names, there's awful things written that they want to do to people, ways to kill people, just a lot of evil little kind of psychotic scribblings. In between that, you start to read spells. Finger of Death. Made Dead. Give me a charisma saving throw.
I think I know what Six is going to work towards in the future. Oh my!
The DC for this was 17.
Oh!
You barely make it.
Yeah.
You feel oppressive magic weighing on your head just reading this. It does have a lot of magic in it, but it comes with a potential downside. You don't know what could have happened, but you do feel your body resist a magic pull.
There is...
She just says, You shouldn't read between the spells.
Sixa will close the book for the moment. I'll bear that in mind the next I see this book. It does seem like the knowledge is in between the spells, sadly. It's just there is some arcane pulse that I'm not entirely sure what would have happened if a weaker mind was pressured to read this.
She kind of bundles it back up and puts it into her satchel. I'll keep it from anybody's.
Yeah.
Do you think?
As the player, sorry.
Do you think the crew would ever want to head to Avernus?
The crew? Well,
Your ships?
the majority of the ships themselves. Well, there is a note that our temporary captain had made a deal to help dragons fight Tiamat, whatever that means. So it's not entirely unlikely that we will find ourselves in Avernus.
Archon is one of his generals. That would be perfect. We have to take his hand.
Oh. Noted. If I send the ghouls on him, I'll make a mental note of that.
I don't think you should tell the others yet. About the hand.
No, they might assume I am part of the cult.
Oh.
So I will keep that to myself.
They don't trust you?
I've learned that the use of necromancy garners some distrust with those who have different beliefs on how it should be used.
She just kind of nods. I understand that. And the two of you go on. A lot more training into necromancy as you guys get into that conversation.
Yep.
But she reveals that she is indeed after the hunt of some artifacts, and that they potentially unlock more to her book. That is your downtime, training Marion.
Yep.
With that, let's do our imports. And let's get all the characters updated now.
Yeah.
I didn't miss anyone, right? Those.
Yeah, let's see. We had learning to scream draconic nonsense. Learning how to navigate a ship. Gambling.
Well, let's also do this. While people are gambling and doing things, the party does return to the mansion.
Oh.
The Callian. And Callian approaches Callian. And we're in the mansion. Move you guys over there.
Oh, one thing I just kind of brought in the back of my head that I wanted to do while I was at the mansion.
Mm-hmm.
Getting some vibes off of this Orb of Annihilation. I'm deciding I don't want to leave it in my portable hole. So I kind of want to give it a permanent home somewhere in the mansion.
Oh, okay.
Kind of
have a display.
Garbage pit.
It's not even
Sixa's first intent was a garbage pit.
Jesus.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Kind of somewhat inspired by the Lich. Potentially might make a teleporter trap there at some point. Who knows?
Sure. Where do we set that up?
You know, Sixa doesn't like that. Is that a statue of a cat? Just out in the garden?
Sure. I don't know. It looks like it has hooves and horns, but then yeah, there's like I don't know.
A long kind of
Yeah.
feline form.
Yeah.
It's weird. Unless the party kind of stops me from demolishing the statue and parking the Sphere of Annihilation in a hole there. See if it goes ahead with it.
Sphere of Annihilation annihilates the statue and forms a
Yeah.
small pit as it kind of impacts into the floor. And you guys have in your nice back door kind of glass observatory, you guys now have a deadly Spear of Annihilation.
Just remember to tell people to watch your step.
Before they die or after?
Don't touch the tip, just the tip.
Marion reaches in. She's dead.
No! She's like the smartest one of us here.
No. You all arrive. Where's Feb? Yeah. You all arrive back at the mansion. Chell? Having Callian's spirit possessing your body at the moment? I take it you go back there, yeah?
Yeah.
You see Callian looks almost peaceful, sleeping on the bed. There's the faintest display of breathing, of life. There's no sign of actual sentience. As you approach, Callian Ghost, you've started to get the hang of this whole ghost thing over the few-day trip. You do believe you can jump out of this body and possess an unconscious one without issue. Is that the noise you make as you exit? Bleh! Just jump into Callie. For the first time in quite a while, you all watch your captain's eyes flutter open. Callian, you're no longer incapacitated.
Woo! Yay!
With a big stretch, you level up 3 or 4 levels.
She has been kept updated the entire time on D&D Beyond.
Perfect. Let's get you guys imported. Callian, I'm going to import you first. I've made copies of everybody, but, well, let me just make sure, not name. We can replace HP, XP class. Not weapons, not bio, not languages. Spells, that should be it. Import, update. Alright. While I do these updates, let's also do our 10 or 15 minute break right here.
Yep.
And
Sure.
When we come back, I'll ask for direction. Are we, well, I guess really quick, are we headed to the Astral Sea staff piece? What do you guys want to do next?
Well, now that we confirmed that Twinkle isn't coming back, I suppose so. We got one person back.
Probably that high stakes gambling game, and I guess go to the Astral Sea to try to find another piece of the rod.
I will say the only real way to get Twinkle back right now would be Titania herself crafting another summon of Twinkle. And I would honestly leave that up to Trevor if he wanted to come back with Twinkle at some point. Otherwise, I would say, yeah, there's but yeah,
There is a very specific set of circumstances I would allow Twinkle to come back under.
yeah.
And I will not share with the party what they are.
Right.
Oh, that's fine. Six has seen the.
Little star in the Feywild.
You have to go out there and say the song. Could be it. Could be it. Who knows?
I will say Serena is still on the Bombardier.
Yeah,
Oh, yeah.
Serena's still part of the crew.
She's the pilot of the Bombardier.
I mean, that's a good point. I think Serena, as you guys returned, sorry, I should have even roleplayed that. As you guys returned, Serena breaks down, finding out that her friend that saved her, that she just got back, has saved her not just once but twice, is gone. I think that she has like a mental break on the ride home.
And maybe that's
Might
why
find out later, guys.
there's training on space travel, as a pilot is unwilling to pilot.
Mm.
Yeah, I mean, like she shuts down, goes into her room, doesn't really talk to anybody for the rest of the trip. It's like loud sobbing when you walk by her room. It's obvious.
Is
trauma.
very sad.
Dusk just walks by like shrugs. Let's get Dusk imported and updated here. And then you guys, you can drag anything from your copies over that doesn't come over with the import. And let me know if anybody needs any updates or anything. Dusk is good to go.
The import might have fixed my character sheet.
I hope so. Go ahead and do break as well while we get these imports done, guys. Go to the bathroom, go take a smoke break, do whatever. I'll get everybody updated. Aaron is good to go. Peice, let's get you updated.
Yeah.
Some stuff fixed, some stuff not.
Well, I mean, it did
Changed it.
kind of. It fixed some things. I don't know. Maybe it's just not showing attuned items on there is why it's doing that.
If there's something specific, let me know. I can try to help.
Well, it's the sleight of. I'm trying to figure out what all I have the sleight of hand that's maxing me out at 20, and
Are you
why
saying
the.
you want?
Oh, the plus.
Well, no,
50,
I should be at a 20 sleight of hand, and when it updated, it put me at 15 on Forge, and I'm trying to figure out why.
I want to say you double
Clubs of
proficiency, right?
thieving?
It was.
I did double proficiency, and I have a +5 from my dex, so that's 15. But I also have the gloves of thievery, which puts me at 20.
It's only
yes.
for picking locks.
It's exactly right. So it's only basically your thieves' tools. You can add a 5 to, right? So on thieves' tools, because it's not sleight of hand,
Yeah,
it's
because
specifically
I'm
thieves'
doing a
tools.
15.
Well, yeah, but on that we can add a check bonus of 5, and that will be from your there.
Okay, so it does look like it fixed everything. Then let me check the other page.
Because that,
But I'm
the
showing
gloves of
all my
thievery do only
skills.
help when you're picking a lock.
So I should have had a -5 to that sleight of hand roll earlier, but I doubt it would have
You
mattered.
still won, yeah. It was a 21 versus like a 30 something, yeah.
Yeah, it was a 30, so it would have been a 25.
All right, I think everybody's updated. I'm just gonna go grab a drink, and we'll jump back into it in a moment.
Yeah.
Yeah, it looks like it fixed everything. It's even letting me scroll my character page, which is nice. See, before, for some reason, I'd bring up my character page on Forge, and it wouldn't let me go down. Like, I wouldn't be able to see, like, languages and shit like that at the bottom. It would cut off the bottom half of the page for some reason. Dope.
Huh. I wasn't expecting D&D. Green just have armor when unarmored. It's weird.
Did what now?
Thri-Kreen have a carapace. The carapace gives me a base AC of 13 plus my dex modifier. Which
Yeah, it
is
falls under natural armor.
Yeah, which identifies as pretty much being identical to mage armor, so I just kind of defaulted to giving myself mage armor whenever I noticed my AC was a little low.
Well, you don't want to do that because, well, let me reread mage armor real quick, but I want to say you can stack mage armor on top of that.
I might reread it too, especially the new rules I might have changed, because mage armor, at least before, does not stack.
Yeah, the old one was your target AC becomes 13.
And if it's higher, then it pretty much does nothing. Just read into the new mage armor.
You touch a willing creature who isn't wearing armor and a protective target's
13 plus
base
dex.
becomes 13 plus dex. So yeah, mage armor would do nothing for you.
Yeah. So, I'm just always wearing mage armor without actually doing mage armor. Yeah.
So you should be able to go on. I mean, it should have added that when you pick Tri-Kreen under your racial on D&D Beyond.
Yeah, it's just previous imports and updates kind of default to me to, oh, you're not wearing armor, well, just 10 plus 5.
Huh.
And then plus cloak of protection, because it calculated that correctly.
Yeah, of course it did.
Yep. Speaking of, the orrery gives you a +3 to your AC.
Correct.
Okay. I don't have an easy way to modify that, so I'm just going to make a mental note.
It gives you a +3 to your AC. It gives you, I want to say +2 to wisdom. And it gives you a +1 to all. Naturally, the orrery gives you a +1 to all your saving bonuses.
Okay. Let me...
But it also has the negative property of accidentally ripping open holes in space-time when you use it.
potato.
Oh, that's
Yeah.
it. That's the only issue.
Yeah, that was what kept ripping open holes to the blood war down in Inverness. Which Twinkle did know, but she wasn't going to stop using the orrery, so she did not acknowledge that.
She didn't care.
Didn't care. Yeah. I mean, what's the worst thing that happens? We continue to occasionally fight devils? Boo-hoo.
I wonder.
Ooh, I do have my tokens.
I was really hoping for another scene eventually with her, between her and that devil that wanted us to sign the contract, just so I could argue the contract with them again, because I had a lot of fun doing that.
Oh. Well, depending on our final...
I died. I need to renegotiate my terms.
Yeah.
I mean, we could just absolutely go to Avernus right now.
I need to
We've got a couple ways to plane skip.
Oh yeah.
fix my weapon.
We've got that rapier that Hungry has. We've got the orrery. Oh, well, we can't have Twinkle just cast plane shift anymore now that she's dead, but she did have the power to do that at her level.
We're gonna
That's fine.
operate under the assumption that Callian is good because she went up so many levels. I don't think it fucking matters what I look at. Where's Veil Strike?
What class is this Callian? I know she's a rogue fighter.
She's Rogue Fighter.
Not rogue fighter. Okay.
Yeah.
Dusk is also rogue fighter with 5 levels of bard.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
I didn't know you can multi-class with more than 2.
Oh yeah, you can multi-class as many as you want as long as you have the correct skill requirements for the multi-class. You need a 13 and whatever ability modifier is prevalent for that class. Like fighters, you need strength or dexterity. Barbarians, I think you need strength or constitution. Wizards have to have intelligence. Sorcerers, charisma. I think monks can do it with dex or wisdom. But Dusk has a very high dexterity and charisma, so I'm able. The most classes you'll be able to multi-class into are if you have high dex and charisma, because that unlocks rogue, bard, fighter, sorcerer. There's a couple of others. Monk. I want to say ranger, but that might be strength and wisdom.
Nah. Yeah. For now. +1 to
Wisdom.
saves. I'm just going to make a feature.
Wisdom is very much Dust dump stat. He's got a -1 to wisdom.
Puppy ice. Farm. Sorry. Ugh.
Which reminds me, while we're waiting, I should level up my alt. I do have an alt prepared just in the off chance that Dusk dies. I never leveled him up.
Back in a sec.
Oh,
I need to move my
Not
button.
Give him his yogi.
Okay, Callian is good on her weapon.
Wait.
yeah.
While I wait to load in.
Doing only hand cues.
So, there we go. I wonder if I can spot it in compendium.
Okay.
Poppy out,
Yeah.
Poppy.
I am back. Sorry. Is Alex here? I just heard Panda.
Oh, I'm still checking, Baron.
Alex?
No affirmative from Alex, assumedly he's not here.
I know Becca was playing with the pupper.
I'll be there in another minute or so. Hold on.
Action surge, extra attack, indomitable, attack, unleash.
Oh, while you are here, Nick, I did actually have a question.
Mhm.
Mistra's gift. A while ago, I was given a gift. I've made a temporary feature to roughly write out what it did. What does it actually do? You gave me a necrotic gift that allowed me to either regain a spell slot when a creature dies, or turn that dead creature into a wraith or a shadow.
Yeah. Make.
Yeah. I had made one, and it was what I believed the effect did, just to remind me that it was there.
Did I use my potion of heroism?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Should be at the bottom of Six's features.
I see it. I see.
This elevator music is putting me to sleep.
Elevator
Plus-
music?
Elevator music.
Is that what this is?
It sounds like I just stepped into a Hilton Suites hotel elevator, and it's playing like fancy soft orchestral.
Your mansion
I'm
music.
talking- It's putting me to sleep.
Are you doing something? Nick?
What do you
What's
mean?
our magic music?
Huh? Yeah,
Oh,
I'm looking
okay.
for something.
Maybe
Why?
you're
What's
not.
up?
I thought you were messing with something because it kept loading my sheet
No.
and being weird and not letting me edit stuffs. I think I'm good. I think I just have to check her weapon. Which doesn't like to pop out when it's a pop in. Keen. $14? Yeah, I'll hold on to the other two, so that's good. Okay. Oh. Sneezing hurts.
Well, Nick's doing that. Party question. How much do you like all of Six's ghouls?
I don't care either way. I don't
Yeah.
know how. I don't know
More
what you want
asking-
from me.
I wanna. Do I keep sacrificing my 6th level spell slot every day to keep control of these ghouls? Or I just live with the fact they live in my portable hole now? And use Command Undead to take one out of the portable hole and make it a permanent thrall.
I mean,
I feel
'Cause-
I
like
would say it
up
seems
to
like
you,
a
buddy.
waste of a high level spell slot to me. But if that's the aesthetic you like, Howie, I don't want to make a judgment call on your character, man. I mean, I like the aesthetic of your character.
Yeah.
And honestly, you know, I've wasted higher level spell slots on more trivial things, to be perfectly honest with you.
Yeah.
I mean-
Yeah, I was
Like I
just
said,
considering
geez.
whether I.
I mean, you could slowly over time. Can you get more than one thrall?
No, it is one at a time, and when I use it again, my control over the first thrall fades.
Gotcha.
And the reason I was bringing it up is because one of the caveats of create undead and animate dead is that you have to recast it every 24 hours, and if you fail to do it once, they become feral, and you can't regain control over them.
All right. I think we're all here.
We can
ready
just
to-
murder them real quick. It's fine.
We all good to go?
Sixta doesn't like waste. Yeah. You know what?
We-
Yeah, Sixta will not sacrifice a 6th level spell slot and use her Command Undead feature just to snag a ghoul from the feral pack and make it a permanent thrall.
The party arrives on Bral. Quite a few days pass, the travel and then a few days on Bral. In that downtime, so I mean, you guys do those downtime activities. You do also
Bless you.
have time throughout the day. If there's any role play or things you want to specifically do while on Rock of Bral. Otherwise, we can move that clock ahead. Chell, you're best for this. Have we touched the clock? I don't think we did, right?
We should be on Myrtle 26 if we're at the end of the 10-day.
Okay. Perfect. Myrtle 26th, then. Is there anything anybody else wants to do on Brawl before we move on?
I mean, Sixta wants to spend some gold on material components, but that's about it.
Yeah. You absolutely can buy material components for spells.
Dusk wants to do the high stakes gambling thing, but he also, you know, being as this is pretty much the pirate hub of the galaxy, wants to check in and see if anybody has happened upon his old crew and his old ship.
Well, because that's a complication thing, it is something I'm going to have to set up. I'm going to say you get invited to a high stakes game on Sigil.
Oh, on Sigil?
Yeah,
Okay.
let's say that. Let's say a high stakes game on Sigil, and I'll set it up. It'll be a future event.
No problem.
And Farron did say she will fund it because that is not her gambling. That is someone else gambling with her money. And you better win, and she gets some of the profits.
We'll definitely do it the next session, or so depending, right? But like the next time that we're in Sigil, and I'll make a whole thing for it.
As much as Dusk would love to accept your what is the word
Money?
patronage, I will have to decline.
You don't want to bet more money?
Oh, I would love to bet more money. I just don't want to give you the money I win.
I mean, you get to keep some of what you win.
But if I put up my money, I get to keep all that I win.
but I was gonna give you
Listen.
even more money.
Listen, it's a flawless argument in Dusk's head. As you as you offer to increase his winnings, he doesn't seem to understand. What do you guys do? What is the next direction? What is the next step?
Well,
Are we bringing Callian or both
Callian
characters
makes
with us?
Yeah, I mean, multiple can be on the ships. It's more, you can only bring one into any combat situation or any, like, same thing like you can do with Siksa and Kazeb. Only one at a time,
Okay.
but they can both be on the ship, on the crew. That's fine.
Okay.
Yep.
so
So,
Chell got a new feat during her level up, and I was going to do a quick little bit of backstory in Draco Town to weave it in.
Cool. Go for it. What do you do in Draco Town or in Bral for the next few days?
So she's going to be looking to talk with the not the dragons, the Dracos?
Dracon,
Dracons?
yeah.
Dracons? Yeah.
Oh,
She's gonna talk with she's gonna like carefully to not spread a whole bunch of rumors, but try and find a trustworthy senior Dracon to speak with, preferably one that is of gem dragon influence, that has some ability to like imbue her with some draconic powers, hence the feat that she gets. It's like goes and finds somebody and talks with them and is like, hey, so I freed a dragon from some grips of, or from the grips of a corrupted Tiamat, and they want to take Tiamat down, and we're gonna go help. So, do you think you can help us with that as well? And the guy's like, oh, I have just the thing. I know what I can do, and grabs her head and infuses her with telekinetic reprisal.
You meet with Stakala. He is what is known as the Kaaba of Drakon. He speaks for, though he does not like the fact that he speaks for them, and he often say like things like, I do not speak for all of them, but I am their speaker.
I don't speak for them, but I speak for them.
Yes, exactly. Basically just saying like each one has their own individuality, but he is the group speaker for them. He tells you there's 20. It's a small conclave of Dracons. Not a lot of gem type dragons remaining within them, but I would say that he has a small family of them, and he leads the 150 broken families. 150 Dracon, 20 broken different families here on Bral. It's a small incline. They don't often talk to elves, and he seems a bit prejudiced at first, but with a bit of show of ability. He spends some time teaching and training.
Oh, I guess you're fine, is basically what he said.
Thanks.
He hits you on the head and calls you Baka.
hey, how calm that was put out.
She spent enough time in Showtown to know what that means,
Yes.
and returns a loving but nice jab of an insult in Draconic. I don't know. I can't think of anything on top of my head. Like calls him I don't know, lizard or something.
He shrugs off the name lizard. But no, you train with the Dracons. Very cool. What was the feat called?
Telekinetic reprisal. Let me do the
Reprisal.
thing.
Very cool.
We will not consume. There we go. And it does just for damage.
Saving throw or feet force damage. Push them 10 feet away from you. That's
Yay.
pretty cool. You get a little force grip thing.
A force, get the fuck away from me, grip.
Yeah, I can't. There's a game that I'm thinking of, but there's like a quick defense move where you do this kind of like you stomp and like pull your arms up in kind of like a fighting fist motion, and there's like this blue pulse out, and it just like knocks opponents back.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I feel like that's definitely kind of the feel here. He trains you for a while under the teachings of Bahamut, and kind of goes over some different magics, dragons, and he doesn't think that you're going to be able to pick it up at first, but over training, quickly prove to be a good study, and start to show some innate abilities of the weave as well. So you're tapped into the weave, as you know yourself to be a mithril born. You have a closer connection to magic. It's just easier for you. Most people would not be able to do this.
Shell flexes. Yay. So that's how she got her ability. And off we go, I guess.
The time starts to pass. The group kind of gathering, I would say, towards the end of this 10-day. And all in the same house, Callian finally awake. After spending enough time awake, Callian, you've now at least, greeted all of the crew. I'm going to say we had a celebration dinner for your awakening. We'll move to like that day here. But you've been awake for a few days now, Callian. They inform you, I imagine you do, unless you guys keep anything from her. They inform you of the happenings of the last few days. Of Twinkle's fate, of the Wizards 3, of everything going on.
Y'all pissed off some fucking strong-ass wizards? And you think it's not gonna come back on us?
You didn't exactly piss them off. Yeah, they got mad at disenchanting their items and threatened to kill one of the Wizards 3.
And they introduce you to Dusk, the pirate they recently added to the crew. And Marion, the necromantic wizard.
I feel like we have a lot of pirates now.
You will say this like it is a bad thing, no?
Weren't you the one who tried to hire pirates on your crew?
Yeah. They're expensive. We
If
said
it makes
no.
you feel better, Capitan, whenever my crew happens to re-emerge with my ship, I would be happy to disembark or add it to your fleet, maybe.
Do we have to go find your ship too?
Well, since I have no idea where my ship is, that would be a, how you say, long shot.
Because, I mean, last time we brought someone on, we had to go find their ship too.
Yes, but see, my crew has, not really absconded with it, more like, I would say, proprieted it.
Presume deaded it?
It's one of the things they presumed I was probably going to be dead, so I don't really blame them for what they did, so I'm not really angry about it. I would like to have it back, but these things in life, they happen.
So if
I
we
don't- I
happen
don't
upon your
consider-
So if we happen upon your ship, it'd be a happy coincidence?
It would be a happy coincidence. Maybe they will see me and be like, Dusk, we missed you. Maybe they will see me and like, Dusk, we have to kill you now. You know, it's hard to say what the pirate crew will do. It really depends on who took control of the ship whenever they decided to disembark. I did have some pirates that were very, very trustworthy. I had some good friends there. I had some people that would have probably been tossed off at the next dock. You know, you pick up pirates as you go through the galaxy, and not all of them are sociable. Not all of them would be around for the long haul. Some of them would be stabbed in the back and dumped overside when they became a problem. You know, I mean, it just you approach these things as you come along to them.
Sounds complicated.
A pirate's life always is. But that's what makes it so much fun.
I don't find fun in I don't find fun in that. But to each life their own.
Indeed. Makes you
So-
feel any better. I don't particularly find fun in all the little creepy crawly dead people you carry around in your satchel, but you know, I don't look down on you for that.
Oh, about that. No more rides in the bag, the portable hole.
That will not be a problem.
Yeah. I refuse to waste, the magic I'd put into animating them, and
Is it a waste?
I'd let the two of them go feral. A third one I have enthralled, though.
Well, why don't you just kill the two in there that are feral? I mean, it seems like a waste of your bag at that point.
Yeah.
But it would be wasteful to waste something I put effort into making.
How are we
Yeah,
gonna
you'll know
put the
what?
skeletons in?
If it was to perish, I'd rather it perish fighting.
Hey, it is your bag, it is your choice. I will not harp on you for your decision.
And besides, they are of no harm to the party so long as they remain in the bag. The whole... Wait a minute. Six is clued in on something. Might look into the portable hole again.
It has a wide ass opening, so once you put it down, they're essentially gonna come out.
Oh.
It's not like a bag that you reach in and set your intentions, and that is what you get. The portable hole
No.
is just
Yeah,
a giant
I
hole in
just
the
read
ground.
that. There's a detail of if the hole is folded up, a creature within the hole's space can make a strength check and force itself out.
Yeah, previously they didn't do that because you told them not to. They probably gonna do that. I'm
So
assuming.
Sixa would be aware of that, and against her own desire to avoid wasting, she spends another spell slot. There. Sorry. Ignore what I just said. Continue.
Fair enough.
So,
So we
where are we headed now? There is the deal you've made with the dragons.
Someone said something about the astral sea and a rod.
There's a part of the rod in the astral sea. You do remember the rod, don't you?
You guys told me about it.
the best I've been able to surmise
yeah.
from your wonderful crew, the Wizards 3 also seem to be trying to complete the Rod of 7 parts, which I don't know how they would without the pieces that they currently possess.
If
But it may behoove us to gather as many pieces as possible before they lay their hands on them, no?
It didn't seem they were interested in collecting the rod, but they might.
I mean, Nick, am I wrong there?
It did seem like they were interested in collecting the rod, but
We were also, I think, specifically tasked by the Lady of Pain to collect the pieces of the rod before them, right?
yes.
Yeah. Dusk wouldn't know that, though. He wasn't there.
Dusk wouldn't
Yeah.
know that, but no, yeah, you do
Yeah, the
think
party.
they're gonna try to, which Dusk brings up a good point. It means they're gonna try to get your pieces at some point.
Let us hope it doesn't come to that. We're not exactly against them. They just don't trust us.
It sounds to me like they are against you.
That is a complication I dislike. We're doing the same thing, but I'm not sure if our next meeting would not be hostile.
Well, just tossing this out there. Perhaps we should plan for a hostile meeting ahead of time.
I had a plan with the sphere of annihilation I'd acquired. I must admit, the false lich, one thing, it is a clever trap. I wonder if I can get something akin to that. I need to do more research on magic to attempt it, though.
My only concern there would be you use your magical knowledge and will to overpower this sphere of annihilation, no?
Yes.
These wizards these incredibly powerful wizards that, no offense to you, my friend, seem to possess a greater control over magic than yourself. You don't think they'd be able to wrest control of this diabolical instrument of destruction against you?
They'd have to
I don't
find it.
believe they would have to find it, and I don't think they would have time if they were teleported directly to it.
Ah,
I wanted to mimic the trap that Rarak could use to kill Twinkle. Potentially use it toward our enemies.
well,
Waste
that
of
is-
destroying magic, though.
that is certainly above and beyond my comprehension of magic itself. So, best of luck to you with that.
But where should we go from here, friends? Base? And the Astral Sea? Or Avernus?
Why would we need to go to Avernus?
Oh, we had made a promise with Red Dragon to kill Tiamat. And by association with, well, and it's not unlikely that there is a rod piece there as well. Would not surprise me.
Well, my vote is definitely to go out adventuring in space rather than go to hell and pick a fight with a dragon god.
That was my thought first, but we are getting aid from dragons if we go that route.
I mean, I'm not suggesting we. I guess I am suggesting we don't go pick a fight with a dragon god, but perhaps the rod we gain from space would grant us enough power to complete said impossible sounding task.
So, we collect the rod piece from the Astral Sea and try for Avernus afterward.
I mean, this is all, what's the word? God, I can't think today.
It's all very sudden.
Not sudden,
Much?
You want me to
Too
go
much?
fight a dragon god?
This is all very presumptuous of my part. I of course, am, new to the crew, and, the captain has just reconstituted herself. Perhaps we should let the captain decide.
Thought we were going into the astral sea to get a rod piece, and now we're talking about fighting gods.
I did make the decision, if that helps.
Are we headed to the astral sea, guys?
I believe, unless
My,
anyone has anything to say.
My shop moved before then.
Capital?
At least some of it
We
found
can't
along the
hear
way.
you.
Yeah, I'm ready.
We can barely hear you.
She asked,
Fine, here we go.
is her shopping list approved, or at least some of it along the way? I heard her.
Okay.
As for the items, I went ahead and put the cost in there. You're welcome to buy the first 4. No on Ruin's Wake or the Tome of Clear Thought. Those are items that you would get through the adventure.
Okay.
You also know the Tome of Clear Thought. You know those tomes cost a lot.
Yeah,
they're
it's
very
like
rare.
the strength one.
They're
Mhm.
very expensive.
How much money do we have in our shared bag?
Treasure
enough to
funds
share,
right
it's all
now
bad.
are 52,000 gold.
Can I get a
Yeah.
ring of reaction and a necklace of fireballs?
Also, does the party sell the rest of their stuff? Because we can add that
I'd
to the
say
gold as
sell
well.
the shit we don't need.
Oh, yeah.
I have like 4 or 5 weapons on Farron. I don't know if anyone wants any of them, but
What are they?
What do they do? What are they?
I have a vicious trident. I also have the
Man.
blood spear.
Are these all items from our old campaign?
No.
Okay.
Blood spear we gained when our party went to Ravenlaw.
As long as they're all from this.
They're all from this.
Yep.
She came over with essentially nothing, but no. So I have mine, the dagger of warning, which I keep because I keep it tuned, so that way no one gets surprised around me. The vicious trident and the blood spear is essentially what we have to make decisions on.
I have
trident-
Sokovia's thigh bone and the sun sword.
Yeah, I've got no use for any of those items.
9,000 gold divided to the 6 of you is 1,500 gold each for the Tomb of Wayward.
Said 1,500?
Yep, I typed it in as well. So you guys got that other gold split and then 1,500 gold split. That goes directly to you. And then you have 52,130 remaining.
I
Oh,
just
God,
need
now I gotta keep up with 2 different people's
13,750.
Well, maybe we just start a small armory. Start hanging up all our artifacts and like a full trophy room.
Or maybe sell them and get things you actually want.
Hell
Or-
no.
Seeks
We don't do
asks the
that.
goofy question and asks, could the ghouls swing the sun sword?
They'd have to
Absolutely not.
Attune, and I don't think they can attune.
If Dusk sees a ghoul swinging a sun sword, that thing is dead.
And not because it kills itself with a weapon that kills undead.
Absolutely not that
Yeah,
reason. No.
it would just die.
You know, it'd be hilarious. You could keep the thigh bone as a means to like threaten your fiends and everything, because when you hit a fiend or undead with it, it does 2d6 radiant damage, and
Don't make me hit you with the holy thigh bone.
yeah.
Mhm.
You want to see some?
I would if it actually worked that way. Sadly, once they go feral,
It has this
feral.
sub condition. It gives you advantage on intimidation checks against. No. You guys, you can trade around those items if there's any you want. But do we jump on the ships? We head to the astral sea. Veb, do you buy anything before we leave on that list?
I'd like to get the necklace of fireballs and ring of free action.
Out of the party funds?
If the party's okay with that.
Is the purchase
Yeah, I'm good with that.
Sure.
I don't care. I have a party fund inside my party, inside my individual inventory.
All right, so necklace of fireballs, and ring of free action.
Yep.
Right, there you go. Did you want to grab one of the dragonhide belts? They come in variety.
I don't have a free attunement for that yet, so
okay.
not at the moment.
Got it. So that will be 13,750.
You're
That is
Where is the shopping list at? What is that under? Veb, where'd you find it?
I'll reshare it.
Oh, no, character creation, right at the bottom.
Okay, there you go.
Oh,
Cool.
what's a potion of fire resistance cost?
Can you pen that for us, Nick, so we can
Hold on,
quit
guys,
having to
one
hunt?
thing at a time. 52,100. Sorry, I just got to do numbers in my head. Minus 13,750. Current funds are 38,308. 38 current funds. Right? Ping what? Do what? Huh?
Can you pen that post for so we can quit losing the shopping list in Discord?
Shopping list.
It's under character creation
Character creation.
at the bottom.
Where do you want this to be put?
I just wanted you to pin the post so we can just look under pin post and pull it up.
Yeah. Done.
Nick's like, whatever.
I don't think anybody's typing in there.
I would type so much good.
Anything else? Else we need? Buying, do we?
I'm gonna grab one of those necklaces too. I'll just take it out of my own funds.
Out of your own funds? Okay.
Yeah.
Only 750.
Perhaps since we don't have a healer anymore, we should look at purchasing some potions, maybe?
I think we still have our decent stockpile. I still have 8 potions altogether.
Oh, but I would be happy to carry some of those for you.
Big or little?
The larger the better.
Six is hesitant, but he'll give you 2 potions of greater healing.
Fantastic.
There.
Right. That party has what they need. We jump onto the ships, back into the astral.
One last question.
Yeah.
The 6 piece that I have, what's the limit of Mirage Arcane? Like, how many times per day, week, charges?
The pieces can only cast their spell once a day.
Okay.
Long rest.
Oh, there we go. Thanks, Nick. Oh, I didn't mean to post that.
Create a
Yeah.
Shadow Wraith. It has some big stats as far as health and stuff goes. But basically, you just make a shadow. Shadow, it can attack things. But
Yep.
the main feature is you get to drain spells. Definitely a benefit of high CR. I think we take most of our ships. The only thing we don't have is we won't have Hungary's ship. Staying on Bral.
He's got to deal with some spy master duties.
I assume we take the other 4.
Yeah. Is Serena going to continue piloting the bombard, or is she staying behind?
That is my next question. Who's the pilot?
Linked helms would be Callian.
Serena, I'm gonna do a wisdom. Natural 1. Serena, as you guys have gathered the crew, you see her kind of shaking in the corner. You go up and talk to her. She says, I don't think I can do it. I don't think I can go on another mission.
The weight of the world, she does weigh heavy sometimes. With Captain's permission, perhaps I could be trusted to pilot the bombard. I promise not to run off with it.
If you do, we'll just have to kill you.
Chell,
I guess I don't need to do a persuasion check then. Okay.
Chell's going to narrow her eyes and say, I'm not so sure that's a good idea.
How can you
Chell-
not
Okay,
trust that face? Veb squeezes kitty cheeks.
Yes. Dusk smiles very big, and we'll go ahead and do a persuasion check.
You know, we'll deboard. And she just says, I'm just gonna stay on Bral for a while.
We have the mansion you can stay in.
Get that. I'll let you know when I'm feeling better to head back out. Good luck.
Seems like my persuasion would be higher than that. No, +9.
+9.
Yeah.
Only a 7 on the dice. Unfortunately, not that high of a persuasion. However, still just a persuasion. Chow, I mean, you can tell, I guess Dusk, you can give an answer for this, but I imagine you want to captain a ship.
Yes, I do enjoy the thrill of flying along in the Spelljammer, and you know, I've never been part of a fleet before, but surely I could not be expected to abscond with a ship full of hearty dwarves and the slowest ship in the fleet, no?
She's going to challenge him to see how good he is with space vehicles.
That's 2 out of 3.
Chell's like,
Why
I'm
is it-
starting my fleet. You're not taking one of our fucking ships.
That's just a
It didn't
straight-
add my +8.
Well, let's just do that's 2 out of 3. Go ahead and roll space vehicles checks, whatever your bonus is. Yep.
How do I do that?
You guys can
what
do
is the-
20s with whatever your bonus is. Could be a button at the bottom of your sheet. You see if it works if I click. Oh, it just ability check.
See, I have calligrapher's supplies down there. What ability is supposed to be hooked onto space vehicles?
So we're saying it would have been space vehicles instead, right? So you're going to gain proficiency, and then, Chell, what's space vehicles based off of? Dex? Yeah, so proficiency and Dex, which means...
Oh, so I have a +10.
Plus 10, so plus 10 d.
Well, that's just the roll for calligrapher's supplies for me, so we'll just go with
I
that.
don't think it'll work, so plus 10 rolls. We just rolled from Chell sheet and it just did ability checks. I have to make.
Oh. Okay.
I know it says it's there, but I mean, you can try it.
No problem.
13. First. So it's first is there 16 plus 8. Well, it's best 2 out of 3. So the first one shall win. And this is like the two of you maybe take the ships out and do like a mock battle on Bral, the dock.
Sure.
Not even like a battle, but like, you know, like a race kind of thing.
I feel like this is maybe a little unfair with your fast little ship, but okay.
I literally just mastered this like 3 weeks ago.
I've never flown this ship before. This is not fair.
And with that 13, it beats the 12. You actually catch up. 1 for 1. Last roll is a DC 21.
Oh,
a
shit.
nat 20. He catches
Perhaps
up,
I have
says
to
this
hang
is
up.
not
Maybe you
fair,
should
and then
not me like that.
just absolutely outmaneuvers the ship. You can describe it, Dusk, but you guys are doing kind of like an obstacle course race around Bral. We'll say they have like some like glowing like light rock beacons set up. And you guys are like just like traffic cone essentially. You're kind of like just doing a
Dust
race.
does that thing where he hugs the last corner really, really tight and just completely gets in front of the Indigo and refuses to move his ass out of the way
Just,
so you
like,
can get around him.
Full on body blocks him the whole way. It's not even that he's faster, he's just outmaneuvering your next move.
You know, it's odd. You would think with all these dwarves on here, I would be too heavy to get in your way, but it looks like I can.
It's like, up, left, up, right, up. Just scooping in front of you. With that, Chell, you see a pretty skilled space captain.
Chell just kind of like picks her jaw up a little bit and says, I am impressed. I stand corrected. Helm is yours.
Oh, thank you very much. And no disrespect. You're a very good pilot. I just, I was born among the stars on a ship. Comes second nature to me.
I am
So-
impressed.
So, shall we disembark?
Finding your way the next broad piece. It's not an issue as for distance. I mean direction. It's an issue as for distance. This is another one of those things where I was talking about kind of knowing how to navigate the wormholes and traveling space in a quick manner. It requires previous knowledge most of the time. How long it takes you to get to this rod piece will depend on who's leading the charge. Somebody with navigator's proficiency can give advantage to a ship captain who will make a
What
piloting
if
check.
the ship captain has navigator's tools?
Well, so one person can give you advantage though, like they're much like a sniper has a spotter.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah,
what they're
you
doing
can't-
for you. So you
I
need
would
a second
request-
person.
Chell to assist me, seeing as how we are the two elves and we tend
You're
to.
inside. Oh wait, you separated now. Never mind.
We separated. We are no longer together, but we were a little bit closer than others for a while.
Yeah.
Touching you.
So if
Oh,
Chell
so
agrees,
now you ask for my consent.
I had no choice.
Oh, you had a choice.
What?
you
What?
could've-
I didn't.
you could've
feel
chosen to
comfortable
jump to
taking
someone
over
else.
Any of the others?
Who wants to be inside?
Are you telling me you would want to be inside Veb's mind?
I mean,
Who's
I'd be
hungry?
kind of
Who's-
curious. Yeah, actually, a little bit. And you can't
Six,
say that you wouldn't want to roam in Sixa's mind and just kind of.
Absolutely not.
I mean, isn't it intriguing though?
No. I at least kind of understand your mind.
You destroyed my echo. You weren't even able to echo at all. How do you understand my mind? If you can't echo.
We're both from the same area.
Yeah, but if you can't, and then she just kind of like pulses her echo out, like, if you can't echo, you know.
Okay, I get it. Do you want to help me or not?
Move the ship! The dwarves are getting harassed us back here.
Yes, I'll help you, but I'm not done giving you shit about this.
Okay, that's fine.
That's fine. It sounds like kind of leading the charge is to go and Darmoth. One of you giving the other advantage. I need a space feedback. This is going to just determine length of time.
Am I
22.
rolling too, or
I rolled with advantage. It's a 22. I have a plus 10. Mm-hmm.
All right. A 22. With that, you guys get there in what is only the span of about 7 days. Doesn't take you that long at all. Could have been a lot worse.
more navigator's tool learnings?
There's another week of downtime for any tool learning or things like that. However, you're on a ship, so you're limited to downtime option. But yes, we can move another week of downtime for any progress on languages, training, that. Let me just hear 1, 2.
During
5,
this,
6, 7,
Callian will train Chell on navigator's tools.
Yeah, that works. Go ahead and let's just really quickly do those rolls. Chell, navigator's tools, 25 gold again, and D100 for possible complication. No complication. You train another week of navigator's tools. You're at 30%. Veb, do you train Draconic still?
Yeah.
Go ahead and roll me a complication roll. 25 gold. Spend that out of your money. And roll a D100. Jeez, Veb. Really low rolls on these. No issue at all. 4 out of 6. You're getting through Draconic pretty quickly. 67% of the way there. At this point, you can pretty much keep up with conversations in Draconic, but when people talk fast, you lose them. Or if they say big words, you're like, I haven't learned that yet. But for the most part, you can actually kind of like the basics of like when you know how to like go to Spain and speak a little bit of Spanish and stuff like that. Like you have
¿Dónde está la biblioteca?
baseline stuff, but then somebody comes up and really talks to you, you're like, whoa.
Yeah, no
I
English.
think you asked me a question in the middle there. And I don't know what else you said. But no, so you're learning quite well. Anybody else doing any training downtime they want to take care of? Or just any downtime that's relevant for the week?
Well, if it's applicable, Sixa will take the downtime to craft some more scrolls.
Scribing scrolls is definitely fine. Of course, the art here, you do that at your cost, and just let me know what to add. I can add the items for you. Paste the cart.
There are only so many downtime activities a pirate can really
Yeah, this is mostly just
Okay,
travel, right? So like
yeah.
training, scribing, crafting an item, relaxing. But like if it doesn't matter too much, like relaxing, it doesn't matter. You're not going to be carousing. You're not buying any items. You're not pit fighting.
Yeah.
You know.
Sixa will ask for party funds again. Because Six is trying to craft a 3rd level spell scroll of Animate Dead. And it'll take the full week, according to the chart,
Work week for 500.
and 500 gold. Zixa has 200. 250.
Yeah, Dusk should tell you, I am more than happy to help you out. Oh, you're doing what? No. Absolutely not.
Shell
Noted.
will give him. So you said 500?
500 total. I
fun.
have 250.
Just use party fun.
She'll give him the full 500.
Out of Shell funds?
Yep.
Okay.
She gives him 5 platinum.
Also, Patrick, do you only have that much? Because we did hand out gold.
I added that gold, and I
Oh,
immediately
was I supposed to
spent
add
spent
gold?
a good chunk of it.
Okay.
Spent a good chunk of it on, just to confirm then, I looked in the treasure, it was 30 platinum, 57 gold, kind of that weird split.
And then 1,500 gold.
And then 1,500 gold. Oopsie daisy.
I didn't add any of that.
Never mind, Sixa can fund it herself.
She'll take her money back.
I thought so. All right. Yes. And for you as well, Veb. It's split 1,500 gold to each person. And then this much on top of that. Platinum gold. So, and most people have already manually added this. I didn't add it to anyone's sheet. So you all needed to add it for the 6 main characters that were in the tome. That's the tomb handout loot.
Yes.
I've already added it to mine.
That's why Callian's broke and Farron's rich.
Callian never gets any of the money.
She never gets any of the money.
So you scribe a scroll. Go ahead and roll a d100.
Okay. But 51.
No complication. That's sad. There's cool complications for these.
The spell scroll is made, but it doesn't work correctly.
Nah, there's some cool ones. I don't want to.
Oh.
I don't want to spoil them in case they come up. But perfect. Do you need me to add that? I'll add that to your. Sorry, what scroll?
Actually, I already have one in my bag of holding.
Okay,
I'm just
then
gonna
up it
do a
to
plus
2.
one.
Perfect.
Yeah. Well, I went from 4 to 5. I have 5 scrolls.
Awesome. Jesus. Approaching the destination after a week's downtime. The party sees something in the distance. Something that looks like a tangle of flesh. It is a giant, gargantuan creature. Fleshy skin and bones sticking out. It looks like multiple arms. You can kind of see the vague shape of a humanoid. At this distance, it looks planetary size.
Hey Veb, do you know this?
That will look. Does Feb know this?
If she knew that, I don't think she'd believe it.
It's kind of specious of me.
Religion check, you need a nat 20.
Nope.
You don't know this.
But I want to touch it.
Everybody can roll a religion check on this thing.
Please don't touch it.
Come on, Sixa.
Religion?
It doesn't even matter. You need a nat 20. That's the only way anyone's gonna know what this thing is. No nat 20. So nobody knows what they're looking at immediately. You see a stony mass that isn't a planet or an asteroid, but a colossal creature that appears lifeless. Shattered ribs arc above the creature's mossy spine, and the air crackles with decaying magic. Among the bones is a shipwreck of a large galleon broken into 3 large chunks, a stern castle nestled in the corpse's hip bones, a starboard section embedded in the ribcage, and a prow stabbed into the creature's heart. All of your ships start to shake and rock. I need navigator's tools checks from everybody. DC 25. Anybody that's captaining. Or checks needed.
Make that.
What if an NPC's your captain?
I'm sorry, not navigator. I meant space vehicle. Yeah, this is not navigation. This is space vehicle. So you can just add your bonus to the roll if you want.
It's a plus 10.
Reroll it. Jelly's
20.
trying to trick you. It doesn't make it.
Mine's reliable talent, so it'd be a 20.
And Chell, I mean, same thing. We can use your 14. What's your bonus? An 8?
Yes.
22. Also does not make it. 14 doesn't make it either. Has anybody gotten inspirations? Does anybody have them already?
20. But still doesn't.
Dusk has the one from the other day. It did not carry through on my sheet whenever we updated the sheets.
Import won't do that unless you marked it off on D.
Yeah, Dusk will try to use his.
Dusk reroll. And who's our fourth? Sixa, Kazeb?
Ironically, neither Six or Kazeb are captaining the ship.
Who's captaining the ship?
Me.
Oh, is it linked?
Callian,
It is a linked
Shell.
You'll go down with the helm ship. Alright. Nobody makes it.
I was so close.
I will, at this point, as we have a round of failures, throw inspirations to everybody. Mostly because I always forget to hand them out throughout the night. All of your ships begin to crash. They come smashing down as if gravity is yanking them in chaotically in different directions. This last check is going to be dependent on kind of how well your ship comes out of this. I will tell you before you roll it, this is going to be a ship check again. However, DCs for this stagger. Below a 10, your ship is fully destroyed. Oh, I'll type this. Below a 15, your ship is badly injured. Basically like quarter health.
Oh dear.
Below a 20, your ship is half health. Below a 25, your ship is 3/4 health. And at a 30, it's full HP. You land.
So if I alone manage to nat 20, I'll be fine.
Need a nat 20 to have no damage.
It's okay, guys. With the linked helm. Good news. We can't get less than a 20.
That's good. It's plus 10.
26.
26. The linked helm will safely deliver at least 2 of the ships. I believe Chell's captaining their own, but at least the 2 ships will safely land at only 3/4 health for the Scorpion ship, for the Star Moth, taking some damage, but not being destroyed.
Are we?
Go ahead.
Which ships are running linked?
The Scorpion.
Scorpion,
and Star Moth.
the Moth, and the Indigo technically has a linked helm, but you rolled your own check, so I don't think you're using that right now.
Oh, I did not know we were using linked helms to. Okay.
It's really your choice if it's linked to their role or if you're commanding the ship. Are you actually going to pilot it in this moment, or do you just let it do the linked? Like, you're at the commands, right? And you know your helm is linked to Callian. Do you let go of the wheel and let Callian do it, or do you do it?
Well, if this is like during the travel, Chell's probably
This is
letting
not during
Callian
the travel. This is during the crash. You guys have seen the body of this giant thing, and then the ship starts to act sporadic. There's a momentary decision. We have arrived.
If Callian, did you call out that you were taking controls?
I assumed I had controls of all of them at the start, but it's up to you.
It's up
If
to
you're
you.
gonna control
yeah,
your
she
own
would-
ship,
you
like
can
I'm
take
not
away
gonna
the-
tell you
Callian
no.
has control base. You can take away it with your decision, Chell. Do you want to
No,
roll
she-
for this, or do you let Callian do it?
No, she'll let Callian drive.
Okay. Then you just let go of the wheel as the ship starts to crash. It crashes down onto the planet. Same thing then. It'll fall under that 26 bracket, 3/4 health.
Rogues get so broken at high levels. I'm just reliable.
It's a good thing to have a reliable captain.
I know.
This ship is very wide and very heavy and is pulling it a lot.
So the Indigo's brought down to 112. Darmoth as well. And then the Scorpion ship brought down to 75. The Bombard, however, a 15. That goes smashing down front end first, breaks the cannon on the front end in half, shatters part of its stern, and it does not look currently capable of flight. Takes 75%. Bring it down to 37 health. All 4 ships, however, crash down onto the plus. Oh, and I do have. That is the giant fleshy mass in front of you, the broken ship that you can see scattered throughout it, and what could have been of your ship. However, it seems that yours is landing a little bit more stable than that.
Well, that could have been worse.
Indeed.
Make all these tokens visible. I'll put you guys. Yeah, we'll just say your ships are off on the sides. We don't need them on this map. And we'll just put your tokens. As your crews start to immediately get to working on repairing what they can. The dwarves look at dusk. There's a group of angry dwarves around you. And they just go, I don't know how to fly. Cat in space. Who's a cat in space? And they just grumble. They're very upset, but they get to work.
Apologies, my Havoc friends. When we get back to Brawl, the first round is on dusk. I'm sorry for the rough landing.
Chell manages to withhold most of her snickering. Well, withhold most of her snickering and snide comments, except for. So, what happened to the skills you showed back at Brawl?
Hey, those were the skills I showed back at Brawl. Thank goodness you weren't flying it, no?
Ah.
So, what you're saying is if Chell flew your ship or her own, she would have crashed.
Dusk,
Oh, no,
you
no,
did
not
notice
necessarily.
the formation of the linked helms. You know only Callian commanded those.
I'm just saying we had no idea what would have happened if Chell were flying that. That's all I was saying. We know everyone is alive. We should be thankful for that.
Yes.
Now, a pretty cool map ahead of you. Not super well resembling the size of the creature. But what if you look at the entirety of the map, if you kind of zoom out, you can see more of the entirety of the creature. As they've added it, like its face is way up here, its jawbone, part of its spine. It's a huge planetary creature. So you guys kind of have to walk over to this wreckage. As you make your way there, you can see 3 segments of a broken ship. There are some random creatures. And so let me see.
So anyway, we started slashing.
Mhm.
Why are you slashing?
I'm just predicting the next.
Let's roll a d10 and see if you guys have a battle. Okay. As you're making your way across, 2 large sharks come swimming down towards you, seeing a meal crossing this kind of bony, fleshy desert to what appear to be night scavers. I will roll initiative for those 2. Get you all an initiative as well. I assume Callian comes in here instead of Farin, but it's your call.
Farin's guarding the ships. Callian's in.
Sounds good. 2 night scavers attack the party. And this is more theater of the mind than it is battlefield. I'm not worried about distances. Just guys do get these initiative and everybody can roll as a random encounter.
Pretty
happens.
sure I have advantage on initiative.
With your artifacts.
Damn, I nat won one of those. Fuck.
No, I think it's the alert feats.
Reliable talent plus fucking alert and all that. If I roll less than a 10, my initiative cannot be less than a 20.
Pretty nice.
Oh.
Rogues are experts for a reason.
Oh.
Veb and Dusk, initiative.
I'm trying to determine whether I have an advantage on initiative or not. I think I gain it from a class.
I have it from my weapon.
It's not fighter, it's not rogue. We're just going to say I don't and move on. I'll look it up later. I know I add a +5 to my initiative.
You do add your proficiency bonus, and you can swap with your initiative swap.
Yeah, but it does all that for me. So I got a +14 to initiative.
Alrighty.
And I rolled a 2. Fantastic.
Callian, you're first to act. 2 sharks come swarming down.
Well, we're not hidden. I have advantage anyway. Are they like near us or are they still up in the air?
I'm gonna say they are 30 feet away. Flying downward.
Okie dokie. Why does it not let me click anything anymore on my sidebar? Oh, this sucks.
You see a 15-foot long, kind of a... It's mostly a gray scale, but you can see white spots and the flicker of silver throughout their fins, and kind of a night blue sky look to their scales. And one big glowing eye on their forehead.
I am going to Starlight step onto the back of one. Oh, I should have just clicked. There we go. Oh no. Don't be in the token.
You blink onto the back of one and just start to ride on top of it.
Oh, this should be...
It immediately
sneaky.
starts to, like, fish flop, just trying to buck you off.
Animal handling.
I'm sorry for spamming. I'm shitty.
Good. 25 will hit. Stab into its head.
$24. I'm just gonna keep riding this thing down. It's fine.
24 points of damage. It like just jerking left and right. Its tail whips up trying to hit you. Veb, your turn. Or was it just the one attack?
I used my bonus action on
Oh right, you're
moving.
rogue. Yeah.
Mhm.
How far away is this one?
They're both. I'm just gonna say 30 feet flying downward. So.
I guess Bev is going to. Where are my arms? There are my arms. Do that. And then her. And hold a smack of my weapon if it gets close enough. Within 10 feet.
Ready a punch for it.
Yep.
Perfect. Dusk. You watch as the captain blinks on top of one shark, now riding at 30 feet in the air. Next to you, Veb has a bunch of astral arms just form out of her back, ready to strike. What does Dusk do?
Dusk is going to
Question the sanity of everyone around them.
Yeah, well, you know, I chose to be here.
He's like,
Dusk is going to take out a hand crossbow and make an attack on the one that Callian's on. No. Do I get sneak attack on Callian's on for being within range of it? Is that how range sneak attack works, or do I have to have advantage?
Well, she's within range of it, so you definitely do.
With a ranged weapon, okay.
But she is within 5 feet of it. That gives sneak attack.
Right. I got you. Okay. I'll need to reload it, so I can't get an additional shot with it. So I'm gonna go ahead and use the steady aim perk from
Yeah, no movement, just aim.
Yeah.
Advantage shot. Critical hit. It pays off. You steady yourself, look up, get a perfect aim as this thing's jerking around, trying to buck her off. Its soft belly appears right in your view.
Critical hits.
13 initial piercing damage.
And that'd be 2d6 with my sneak attack.
Critical for 4, right? Or no, it's yeah.
No, because I only have 1d6 for my sneak attack normally.
Rogue 4, right?
Oh right. Yeah, I'm rogue 4. You get an additional one at 5, I think, don't you?
Let me take a quick look at the rogues list. I think you get more already. Sneak attack, level 4, 2d6. At 5, you get 3.
Oh.
It's like half your
Dope.
level. It's like always half your level.
So 46. No, 15.
15 additional points of sneak damage. A solid shot from below. About 30 damage piercing into him.
And then Dusk is going to take his movement away from the others.
You have no movement.
You have no movement. You steady aimed.
Oh, right.
Bonus action.
Can I bonus action dash?
Bonus action steady aimed.
Oh, so bonus action steady aim takes my movement down to 0 and takes my bonus action. I got you.
Yeah. Pretty sure.
Okay. Then I'm done.
Siksa.
Right. She's gonna look over at Veb and just shrug and apologize. Because she does not want these sharks to get any closer.
What do you mean?
Cast-
I can apologize.
Cause fear at 2nd level. targeting both of them.
You're like, let me at him, let me at him. He's like, no, go away.
I can stay over there. I don't want to be eaten.
You awaken sense and rally, and one creature you can see. You upcast this for multiple.
Yeah.
All right.
One additional creature, as long as they are within 30 feet of each other. They are, aren't they?
Within 30 feet of each other. Yeah, that's fine.
Yeah.
All right. Frightened effect. They're both frightened.
Do I need to do wisdom save? Okay.
Oh, you don't have to.
Oh, okay.
No, he was apologizing because they're not going to come into your range.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, you're gonna stay up there, far enough away from Seeksa. And then
That's
as a bonus action, I am going to use my staff, quote unquote, and just fling a chunk of refuse at them. Kind of grab like a chunk of bone and chuck it. So roll.
24 will hit.
Nothing spicy, just 6 damage on the one that Callian's riding on.
And what'd you say the weapon was? A chunk of bone?
Yeah. It was a hook pot. She kind of just bends the staff down and just uses the hand on the staff to just rip and rind something off of this creature we're standing on,
That's what I
and use that as ammunition.
thought. Let me see.
Just a reflavoring of the hook pot.
Yeah, roll me a d8.
Oh. 4.
You see as the flesh hits into the creature, it shatters in like an explosive reaction.
Oh.
Something about
Six
the
is-
stuff you're on. There's more to it than just ground.
Right. She prays that her captain's alright from that quote-unquote explosion.
It's only 4 damage, but it just like,
Yeah.
you know, like it clearly combusted.
Alright.
Not like a big bomb, just the fact that it's not a stable.
Right.
It's not a stable material.
Right.
Chat.
Before
yeah.
Sixa ends her turn, she turns to Veb. Don't eat it! Please don't eat it.
Don't need it.
That chunk exploded.
Spell your turn.
So, Shell's already gonna have her echo out. Default like, sus place position of like hood up, face mask on, echo out. How far are these things from her?
30 feet.
They're flying down. So this is more theater of the mind than anything. 2 sharks flying down 30 feet in the air.
She is going to send her echo up. And I have forgotten until now that I have 3 attacks, not 2. I'm a fucking idiot.
Level 11 fighter gets the 3rd extra
Yeah,
attack.
I know.
Yes.
I know.
Happens to the best of us.
What about monks? Do I get an extra attack suddenly?
Monk level 12. Your extra attack is, it looks like just 2 at the moment. I'll double check.
Yeah.
I'll double check.
So she's going to.
Looks.
I think monks ever get a 3rd attack.
Probably not because they have their bonus action flurries.
Yeah, I don't think it is.
Yeah, it's only ever the 1 extra attack.
So 2 normals.
9.
Whoops, that's an attack. Sorry.
A hit, a crit, and a hit.
2 normals
9,
and
12,
crit.
14 points of damage. Just a quick slice and dice of this creature cutting through it.
And she's going to actually yeah, no, that's fine. She's gonna do that and stay under her echo. And it's my turn.
The Night Scavers. This one is going to try to buck Callian off of its back. Instead of a... Yeah, no, I'll just do a bite attack to represent that. It's like trying to jerk around and get you off. At one point, it kind of gets you sideways, and it tries to get a chomp in on you.
He does roll at disadvantage because he's frightened.
Yep.
He's trying to jerk her around and get her off.
A 2 and a 1. That's a natural 1. It
It misses.
also, because it is frightened, it's going to take its full 40 feet in the opposite direction. Which means
Nice.
It's now 70 feet away from the party. The other one... sorry, I skipped to both. The other one is going... oh, I'm sorry, it makes a wisdom save at the end of the turn, so I'll do this in a second.
Yep.
It's only got a bite attack. It's going to follow with that one. And try to just... you're the only person it can bite at. It's going to try to bite at Callian. This one will get a flanking bonus of 2. Disadvantage still. Sorry. Didn't hit disadvantage. 26 turns into 14. Comes up to bite you, but not quite quick enough. The 2 sharks start to swim away. Now pretty far away. Top of the round, Callian. Being dragged
Do
away
wisdom
on the
saves
sharks.
just to see if they're still frightened.
Yes.
You should fucking drop that. Don't think I have advantage anymore. Was a 15 hit?
Yep, it does.
Oh, thank God.
6 points of damage.
Wait, which one do I have equipped? I think I have the +1 equipped, so I'm just gonna add a situational bonus of +1.
You can swap in and out any weapon with an attack.
Yeah, I have my dagger +1 as my secondary one.
Whatever you want to attack with. You swap in and out whatever weapon you want to attack with. 28 will hit. 8 additional points of damage.
That's all I got.
Looks badly injured. It's swimming away with you. Veb. Ready action never goes off because they get feared away. What do you do?
No.
They're now 70 feet away.
Beb has no idea where to go, so... Oh, they're all going that way toward Callian.
Callian's riding on one of their backs, and they're both
Oh,
swimming
shit.
away from the fear.
Bye, Callian. It was nice knowing you.
It was fun.
Threat's gone, I guess. Veb relaxes.
Job's done. Sits down.
Yeah.
No ranged options for you. You got a fireball necklace.
Oh yeah, I do. Oh, and I do have stuff power.
You got a lot of
think.
stuff, Veb.
Yeah, there's so
You got
much.
a lot of stuff to
Veb's-
say nothing
Veb's
at
the
all.
holder of shit.
Beholder of many, user of little.
Yeah. Very appropriate. How far can I throw though? 60 feet?
Yeah, so it's basically casting the fireball spell. Yeah, but it's a limited
You
range.
said it's like 70 feet away?
Yeah, but you can move 10 feet.
however far as I can to get to the edge, and then I'm gonna chuck one of these things.
Yeah, this is like that jagged, like, surface. It's not a flat surface, right? There's lots of jagged little hips and hills and spikes, cliffs and hills. Yeah, I know. I know. I mixed them up. But you run up like a bone and a big chunk of like rib cage. You get up to the side. You can get within range. As you dash up to something, you chuck an orb from the necklace that you bought. The orb goes flying. It spins out. There's just like a glisten of a little red flash, and then
Oh, whoops! Didn't mean to roll that.
explodes on the fish. They need to make dex saves, and then I need, is it 8d6 base fireball? I need 8d6. And they both fail. Callian saves. Veb, go ahead and roll 8d6
Evasion.
points of damage.
Sorry,
Evasion.
8d6. Alright.
No damage.
Oh, 8d6.
29 points of fire damage. A big eruption of flame. But Callian, you can see, has fully like ducked from the blow onto the backside of the fish, kind of scurrying up onto its head as it tries to shelter. Its body's like blasted up from the blast, but you're like opposite side of that fireball blast.
All Veb hears after is, I'm fine.
Come back with the cooked fish, thanks.
I'll try.
Alright.
That's your action. Any bonus or anything?
I mean, technically I hit with an attack, yeah? Or no, it has to be physical attack, never mind.
Yeah, it's a little bit more like casting a spell, I think. Action to throw, it reaches its trajectory, it explodes. It's more like casting than it is. You didn't really hit with the ball, you just exploded in an area. Dusk.
How far away are they now?
They're 70 feet from your base position. And again, you can move, run up to things, and try to get up, describe it however you'd like. But yeah, they're flying away.
Do I see anything close enough to them that would allow me to run up it and get in range for a melee attack?
So they are in the air. So they're definitely like still a good 30, 40 feet off the ground.
Right. Okay, I guess I will reload my hand crossbow and steady aim fire again.
Yeah, and I mean, you don't have to steady aim. You can get closer if you needed to, and you can hide for advantage. But yeah, you can steady aim fire if you want.
Yeah,
what is the crossbow
let's
range?
do that. We'll get closer and put myself within 30 feet range.
Yeah.
Fire with it.
Fire with advantage. Well, roll a stealth. Their passive perception is... it's actually really high. It's a 16. A DC 16 stealth check to hide from them.
Oh, hold on. I think I disconnected.
Oh no.
Never a good sign.
Okay, I'm back. Hold on. All my shit just disconnected. I gotta reload.
All good.
It's reloading, but I'll roll from D&D Beyond.
Sure.
That's my stealth for hide. 33.
Easily hide.
You're hidden.
Oh, does it? They don't see me with a 33? Okay.
One of them does, but he doesn't mention it.
And I'll just roll this twice for advantage. Hit with a 19.
Yeah, absolutely.
Comes out 30. Yeah.
Absolutely.
And I think it added in my sneak attack.
What was the total damage?
9. It did a d6 plus 6.
Oh.
No, that didn't add in my sneak attack. It just shows weird dice going across my screen.
Here, let me pull up the campaign. I can probably check the log. Game log. 9 points of damage for the crossbow, 3 plus 6, and then crossbow hand plus 1, 1 plus 1.
So I need,
Why did that?
so I need to roll my sneak attack.
Oh no, no, there it is. 2d6. It rolled 1 and 1. Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah. So 9 and then 10, 11. 11 is the total.
All right.
Is this on the one Callian's riding or the other one that is badly injured?
The one Callian's riding.
You kill it.
Hey.
Callian, the fish goes plummeting down towards the gravity that is being created by this Colossus figure. Do you have anything for a slow fall or anything like that, or otherwise give me a dex save?
Nope. I grab its soul on my way down.
Okay. You're just like, you know what? I'll take that. You yank the soul from the creature. What does that do?
I just have a soul trinket.
Okay,
Yeah.
very cool. You create a soul trinket. The soul trinket for a fish? You know what? Let's just say it's actually just like a little fish, like keychain thing.
The Jesus fish.
Yeah, it's a little Jesus fish keychain. Dexterity save 13. That does not make it. You are gonna take some fall damage. 10 bludgeoning damage. Land prone.
Oh, sorry, Captain. I didn't want it to fly away into the nether with you.
Peeksa, your turn.
Oh, apologies.
He's gonna take one quick gaze at this creature. Am I convinced, so long as it's frightened of me, it's gonna continue to fly away?
Yeah, I mean, you think at this point, even if it wasn't frightened, it's too wounded to try to pick off food.
I might throw a firebolt at it, just to make sure it stays away.
Sure. 25 hits. 14 points of damage. Easily scaring this thing off. It looks like it's going.
Yeah. I'll end my turn and just kind of let it swim off.
Now, do you go after it or let it swim?
She's gonna try to Eldritch Blast it from afar.
Go for it.
So it's gonna be 3 of them.
Yep. 10 will miss. 19 hits. 13 misses. 1 hit. Hey, max damage though. 10 points of damage. Doesn't kill it, but it brings it to very badly wounded. The Night Scabber, at this point, going to take an 80-foot dash. And, I mean, you guys can choose to still shoot it down if you want, but it's swimming away. Come out of combat.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know you have the range to keep shooting it, so if you wanted to describe killing it, that's fine. It swims away. Gives up on that fight. That is not a winning fight. You look around. The scene becomes a little more tranquil for a moment. A wrecked ship. The stern segment, just in the distance here. You're almost at it. A scrap of golden sail dangles from the stern castle, the stern castle's ruined mast. 2 armored Githyanki are patrolling the deck. You see silver swords at their hips.
Yankee? What are they doing here?
Did you guys piss these guys off too?
We do that everywhere we go.
Depends.
You guys all
They're
approach.
working with Vlaakith or not.
Aren't they almost always working with Black?
Oh, let's do this actually. History checks on the ship.
Ooh.
The DC for this
What's this
is
thing?
only DC 15.
Hey, I finally loaded back in.
Appropriate.
18 and 19 make it. Dusk and Callian. The two of you have heard of this ship before. The two captains, pirates. Callian, this is led by a ship captain that you know as her name, Inda Malayuri. He runs a ship of mostly, well, they call themselves the Lambent Zenith. And they are essentially, like, they scour the seas for they're tasked with guiding the lost and bringing peace to tumultuous worlds. So they kind of go around trying to do good. Their captain, a deva named Inda Malayuri. She was an arcanist and an emissary. You know her from the Rock of Bral as a captain emissary. Seen her before, heard of her in meetings. Dusk, a famed captain yourself. You've certainly heard of the Lambent Zenith. It's a simple thing you happen to also know. It's known as the fastest ship in the multiverse.
Oh, that would be a truly worthy prize. A shame that it appears to be in 3 pieces. Perhaps they traveled a little too fast, no?
Perhaps. Or whatever this strange creature's pull is. Just to confirm, the ships were quite literally pulled in through some
a heavy
external
gravity force around the Lambent Zenith. And you know gravity does not normally affect Spelljammer ships.
Yeah. Potentially, the speed of the vessel did not matter.
And give me an
But,
Arcana check, Siksa, because you also kind of experimented a bit with the flesh already, seen some strange features. Give me an Arcana check.
32.
There is chaotic energy about the creature you stand on. It is not just a force of gravity or mass. It's more than science. Magic lingers within this thing.
Yeah. I usher caution to the party when it comes to interacting with it. Just throwing a chunk of refuse that exploded. Who knows what else might occur should it be tampered with.
At a minimum, you've sensed a chaotic field around it. It's what the ships flew into.
Well,
Seeming the history of this ship seems to be of good-natured. Perhaps we should introduce ourselves and go from there. We're not pirates, I mean. No offense.
oh, offense taken, but by your leave, Captain.
You all approach the Githyanki?
Yeah.
Oh,
You walk up to the stern castle deck and you see the two Githyanki. As you step up, they both, look over. Ah, it is good to see some adventurers. I take it those were your ships we saw falling in the distance.
They were.
I hope you landed in better shape than us.
Decent enough.
I prefer to tell the maneuver a controlled descent.
Where are my manners? The Githyanki man bows, lifting off his hat for a moment before coming back up. You can see these two are not dressed in the garb of a typical Githyanki, though they have merged their armor to their pirate suits. They are dressed like pirates. The man says, I am Zastra, and my partner Lyson. The two of us are new deckhands here on the Lambent Zenith. One of our first missions with them. He crashed. I take it you're all the rescue team. Did our captain send word to you all? They must not have warned you very well of the chaotic energy around here.
No. We were just headed this way, and this thing came up.
Where perchance is your captain?
You all hear a gruff voice.
Who's that?
And stomping up the stairs, a heavy-set figure, a gif, dressed in a commander's. He looks out and says,
Newcomers. Good to see you. Did not think we've had guests.
Zastra says, yes, we spotted something from the crow's nest. A nearby ship crashed. 4 of them, actually. Seemed to be adventurers. I thought maybe Captain sent them.
A pleasure
So
to make
your
your acquaintance,
captain-
everyone. I am Ilrin.
Nice to meet you.
Momentary.
Momentary first mate.
Momentary.
So, to backtrack a moment, your captain was able to escape these chaotic energies, presumably on the ship?
Lyson looks and shrugs, and she says, it's not that simple. Our first mate's gone crazy, and this gift showed up. He stepped in their stead because the captain, well, she's pretty much locked herself in her segment of the ship, and we haven't seen her. I'm sure you noticed it can be dangerous traversing the old god.
The old god.
Mm.
Ilrin says,
Yes, indeed.
walks over.
Pleasure to make all of your acquaintances. You look to be captains and ship pirates yourself, yes? Tell me, do you all hail from the Rock of Bral?
How did you
sorta.
know?
We do.
A little from column A, a little from column B.
Chell, did you approach these people with your mask on or off?
On.
You don't see a GIF. You don't see a GIF at all. In fact, you're probably wondering why everybody is talking to this slod in such a nice manner. You see a big, dark and slimy frog monster with spikes.
Can she, when she's wearing the mask, can she tell that someone has an illusion up, or does she just see it just straight as it is and
You
doesn't
see it
know
as it
that
is.
everyone sees an illusion?
Yeah, you see it as it.
So she's gonna, I guess, just kind of out of habit from this, just like bow her head in a way that she can just kind of like look past the mask, and just as if like saying, "Oh,
Holding
hello."
glasses.
Yeah, like looking past her glasses, sort of thing. And she'll notice the illusion, and just kind of like tilt her head back up and say, "Oh, it's a pleasure to meet you." She just kind of gestures out towards the outside and says, "Did your ship crash out there too?" And as she gets close to everyone else, she's gonna.
And he does reply to that. He says,
Yes, I was on a small skiff. crashed in the distance, and I made myself here, safely at least. I've always dreamed of being an adventurer.
And he walks over to all of your group and kind of puts an arm onto, let's pick somebody's shoulder. Whose arm does he put it? I'm gonna say just Seex's closest target. Puts an arm onto Seex's shoulder and says,
I've always dreamed of being an adventurer. Heroic dreams, of course, we all have them, but when my skiff crashed here on Havoc, I've been stuck since. I was lucky enough to see the Lambent Zenith land nearby.
She's gonna whisper to everyone, like, before he started approaching to get close enough to hear. That's not a GIF, he's in disguise. That's a slod.
Give me a stealth. I mean, he walks, he's being very in your face. He walks over immediately. Stealth check. Hey, and that 20, or dirty 20. Gonna roll a perception. 19 on the dice. 27.
That, like
He looks and he sees you whispering and he says,
Is everything all right over there? You all look a bit, you look like you're scared or something. I promise you, everyone here's friendly and jolly.
Do I know what a slot is?
Nature check if you don't think you would immediately know, but I think, like, baseline being a spelljammer in wild space, I would say probably.
I mean, I do speak Abyssal, but I don't think they're demons, are they?
They're not demons, but
No.
they are aberrations. They don't speak Abyssal. They speak Slod and telepathically.
And common, according to this one.
Nat 20 for 22 on a nature
A
check.
nat 20, you have either dealt with a family of Slods. You know what? I'm just going to say this. You have seen a Slod impregnate one of your crew members in the past. You know the different colors depict the different Slods. You also know that they often have control gems. A creature of chaos themselves. They come from the abyssal realms. They are aberrations. They often come with a control gem that can actually have it. Obviously, you guys don't have this guy's control gem, but that's like basic information you know about them. They are creatures of chaos. No two are exactly the same. Different colors depict their different, like, mating abilities, and there are many.
What color is this one?
He is a death slot. He is black.
It's
Ooh.
a black slod.
Duskull message Callian. Wait, is message semantic? Damn it, it is. I was thinking of sending.
Wait,
Yeah.
aren't we all telepathically connected? Why would you even try to whisper?
No.
Well, you're telepathically connected to Sixa, and Sixa can then relay.
okay.
The target and only the target hears the message and can reply in a whisper that only you can hear.
Gotcha.
Yeah. Duskull message Callian. With the
I will
message
say,
cantrip.
if you're not subtle spelling it.
Okay. I do not have subtle spell, as you probably could have guessed.
Yeah, so I need a stealth. You're gonna back up and try to, like, just message without
Yeah.
anybody hearing or seeing. Easily. Well, I guess not easily. He's got a +8. Perception check on you. Jesus Christ. 26. He looks and he hears you casting a spell and he says,
Now, newcomers, understand that there's no secrets between our crew members. We have a very paranoid first mate who's locked himself in his room. You can't be having people just spreading rumors. If you have something to say, don't speak telepathically.
he looks at you.
Just ask.
Very well.
Yeah, guys. so rude.
You appear to be a gift, though you are not. One of our comrades here has determined you to be a death slod, and
Me, a death slod. Aye, what wild
Well, now that's not
imaginations.
being truthful.
He looks to the other two Gith Yankee behind him. He says,
It appears the chaos magic has warped their minds as well. They see me as an enemy.
the two Gith Yankees step forward. Dusk,
Didn't-
give me a persuasion.
Okay.
Chell's gonna chime in. Not necessarily an enemy, just in curious disguise.
It's not really very curious. They tend to disguise themselves.
Why? He's being nice. Why? He hasn't done anything.
Lyson
Why
looks
you guys...
and she just says, I'm not. And Zastra,
I'm sorry, they're
Zastra
rude.
whispers something into her ear and he says, you guys don't hear what he says, but he whispers into Lyson's ear. Always been suspicious of the gift. It does not act like the ones I know. And Ilrin looking, seeing himself surrounded by whisperers and conspirators.
Oh, to hell with it.
Transforms into a huge slod monster. Everyone roll initiative.
Look what you've done. He just
here we
wanted
go.
Yes, you waited
to see this.
precisely to do this when they put his hand on my goddamn shoulder.
He's
Thank
right
you.
next to you.
Yeah, hand on shoulder.
Clap, clap, get pregnant.
Everyone roll the initiative.
I
Deathslot
swear.
22. You see the Gith,
Oh,
the Gith Yankee pull out their silver swords ready to fight.
well,
I guess I should clarify that. On your side.
yeah.
We got everybody? We got everybody. Callian, top of the round. Weapons are drawn. The Death Slod transforms. A splashing of, like, nasty, slimy skin sloshes off of him as he transforms into this huge, giant creature. He has a great sword. Huge sword in his hand. A 23 will hit.
Yay.
17 points of damage on the first strike. 17 points. 13 is gonna miss. Stabbed once by that blade. He goes to parry it. He's not quick enough, but he parries the second one.
Damned elves.
He's going to go and just immediately take his multi-attack on you. Using 3 greatsword. I'm sorry, 2 greatsword attacks and a bite attack. So first we'll do the bite. Goes to just chomp down on you. 16 is gonna miss. Oh, he also heals 10 points of damage.
What?
You know this about death.
I don't think I've ever
Fought
paid
him in the
attention to
death-
slod
You fought
stuff.
him in the Amber Temple and he kept regenerating.
They bite pee-pees.
There's no stopping this. Like
They
there is
do
with
by
trolls.
BBs.
He just generates 10 health every round.
Oh,
so
maybe
he
that's
just-
why I don't remember it.
Yeah.
There's no way for me to stop
There's nothing
it, so
you
I
gotta
don't give a
worry
fuck.
about. He just self-heals slowly, right? He's gonna make 2 greatsword attacks on you. 28 and 24.
Both hit.
9 damage and 15 damage initially. And then on top
well-
of that, 2d6 with each of these. I'm just going to roll them together. 4d6 necrotic damage.
Gross.
I want to I'm gonna use Sentinel Guardian and strike him from around the corner.
within 5.
Yeah, we do
Where
have
are
to
you?
play somewhat on a grid. I'm gonna say we're like this for the start of combat. You're not within 5 feet of
Okay.
Does a Semigami have a 10-foot reach?
It does.
But when you're within 5 feet of a creature, that takes the disengage. Or what is this that you're doing?
Sentinel ability. I see.
Yeah. What is this that you're doing? When you hit a creature with an opportunity attack, the creature's...
No, trying to react to it hitting somebody other than myself.
Okay. How does that one read? Let me see.
Within 5 feet of you takes a disengage
Within
action
5
or hits
feet.
a target other than you with an attack.
Yeah, within 5 feet.
Well, never mind then.
Uh,
If we're... Yeah, never mind.
Good to go. You did creep to the back to whisper and get away from... That's his turn. He slashes twice. Bites, misses. Dusk. Turn.
Dusk will move in, and
And so this is it's a boat, right? So this is actually here, right? You're downstairs.
so that'll take me about, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 15
Well, you
feet of
start
movement
here,
to get
so
where I
you
want
would
to.
go 5, 10, 15, 20 would get you next to him upstairs.
I mean, that's fine. I've got 35 feet of movement without being boosted.
Yeah.
Actually, 40.
Oh, sorry.
Where am I going?
Again. Well, I already moved you, and then you moved you. I'll move you back. So 20 feet gets you right there next to him, and he's surrounded.
Okay. Surrounded. I love that word. I'll use my first attack. I'll hit him with the Careless Whisker. Everybody loves the Careless Whisker.
A 16 will hit because he's surrounded.
Okay, just need to check one thing before I start getting to damage. Hits, you can expend. Okay, so I'm going to expend a Bardic Inspiration to do a defensive flourish and add a D8 to the attack damage, and I will add that D8 to my AC as well. It added 2 D8, so let me delete that.
Stop that.
Yeah.
So that's the D8 from the defensive flourish. I'm also going to put on a maneuvering disarming attack.
Okay.
Which is another D8 of damage.
Can you do multiple maneuvers in one swing?
I'm not doing multiple maneuvers. I'm doing a blade flourish from my bardic class, and I'm doing a maneuver from my fighter abilities.
You got it.
And the answer is yes,
fighter.
depending on the maneuvers.
Depending on what they are, yeah. So it's from those two, it's 9 damage, and then I'll get my weapon damage and sneak attack.
Yep.
Actually, I'm going to hold my sneak attack damage because I've got more attacks coming this round.
Okay.
Yeah. So.
Well, do base damage anyway.
Yeah.
10 points of damage.
Then I will.
For 19. The disarming thing you said. Does he have to make a save?
Yes. Sorry. Pull that up. Strength saving throw.
All right. What's the DC?
Doesn't say.
It's your maneuver DC, right? So it's
combat superiority.
It's 17, I believe.
Equals 8 plus your strength or dexterity modifier and your proficiency. So yeah, it should be 17.
17, perfect.
Yeah.
Right. He has a +5. 24. Knock it.
All right. I will switch out to my scimitar and hit him with that. I hit with the Careless Whisker, so the shot's at advantage.
Yep.
AC 29. All right. That one I will do just damage as well. And I will throw on another disarming attack for another D8.
Damage and try to disarm him. He'll make another strength saving throw. Roll the D8. 13. You drop his greatsword. He will take an additional 3 damage. Greatsword clatters to the
That-
ground.
And I will switch back out to the Careless Whisker, and this one will have my sneak attack bonus on it.
Now, unless somebody grabs that or does something with it, he can just pick it back up. But it is now
aware.
on the ground.
AC 26.
26 absolutely hits.
And yeah, we'll go ahead and burn my sneak attack on that since I get an extra from using the Careless Whisker. Oh, sorry.
That's an unfortunate crit.
Yeah. Don't suppose I can use that for my bonus action attack.
Sure.
Okay. So I get 3d6 for sneak attack damage. Kind of low, but alright. And then my bonus action attack, I'll just go ahead and hit him again with the Careless Whisker for that crit. And now I will move over. Let's see, he's 20. Use my bonus action, so I got 20 feet of movement left. I'll move over here.
The sword here on the ground. And yeah, mobile, so no op attack, right? You back off.
Well, I don't think mobile does that anymore, but my fancy footwork from my rogue class makes it to where if I attack him, he can't attack me back.
That's what it is.
Yeah.
I thought that your weapon... Base movement speed is increased by 5 feet. That's all that one does. Okay. Alright.
Yep.
17.
I'll be done. Oh, 5 feet. So I've actually got 5 more feet, but...
Yeah.
But I got nowhere else to go, so I'll be done.
We go to you at the bottom of the staircase, you transforming above you.
What kind of actions or movements is it to grab his greatsword?
Item in.
So then, is that a free interaction?
So there's 2 ways that you can draw or stow a weapon, as well as normally, if you do an attack roll, you get to draw or stow once. If you also get 1 free item interaction. So if you don't do an attack roll, you have 1 free one. But every time that you do an attack, you also have another. I know that's a little
Also have
complicated,
another-
but does that make sense?
Yep.
Okay, so
you have baseline, you have movement, action, bonus action, free interaction. Every
Okay.
time you attack, you get another free interaction. Normally used
Gotcha.
for stowing or stash or drawing a weapon.
That's how I'm juggling my weapons back and forth.
She is going to, for her bonus, swap places with her Echo. And then she's going to strike 3 times. Let go of one hand of her 2-handed weapon and grab that sword and run backward.
You will have to get within 5 feet to grab the sword.
Okay, that's fine. So then she'll get up on him and I can't.
Please don't.
Oh,
I
wait,
don't
is
need
this
a
at
repeat of
advantage?
Mad Mage.
Not an advantage, it's +4 for surrounded.
Okay.
So 23. It hits.
+4 on this one.
And did you stow the greatsword? Did you just throw it back? What do you want to do with it?
She's gonna
Pick it up.
take it with her and just go off running for a moment
After the
and then
attacks, then?
she's-
That
after the attacks.
okay,
Yeah.
okay. 19 hits,
So-
35 hits.
2 and 3. 35, almost a crit, damn. Damage. Damage.
Bloodied as you bring him to half. 16 and 10, cutting him down a bit further. He looks badly wounded. You slice across his gut. Black blood spills out, coating your blade in kind of an oily silk.
Don't I have like some sort of I can run away as I don't remember what the new things are. There was a thing okay, never mind now. Yeah. So she's going to go ahead and retreat this away and let him take his reaction if he wants.
He doesn't have his weapon, so he'll go for the claws. And you grab the sword as you retreat back?
Yeah.
Alright, he'll do a claw attack on 14.
Misses. And she's going to go max movement. And I don't know. So these are all 5 feet?
Yeah, there's a grid. We're off grid, but there is a grid.
10, 15, 20, 25, 30.
Yeah, so you're down here. That 30-foot, like, it is, like, and you'll see it's like an edge looking down onto, like, the broken ground below. You guys kind of climb up this.
She's taking off, and she's looking back at the Githyanki and yelling, "Don't let him come near! I have his weapon!" And that's my turn.
Nope. Your turn.
Web is like, I'm so sorry. They just don't like to be friends with people. And there's
Deathslide turns and says,
right.
It's alright, I was definitely gonna try to turn them into slots.
Oh, okay, then I'm not sorry.
Bad friend, good food!
Bad friend, but good food.
Rest easy morally, that's all I'm saying.
30 to hit.
Probably
Please
bad
Vic,
food.
help me on that one.
9 additional points. 19 points of damage. You bash him twice with the Traveler's Friend.
Rest easy morally.
Daddy Flurry Blow. Is that what I want? Sure. Yeah, that's what I want. I think. Would it give me the thing? That's not what I wanted to click. Ignore it.
2 points. Fury Fists. What's it called? Not Stunning Strike. Why is my brain dead? What's the Fury Fist? What's Multi-Punch?
Flurry of blows.
Flurry.
Yeah, it's just
Flurry
oddly
fists.
not in my list.
I don't see it in there either. It's one of your key options. So you were actually right. It is this key button. You click it,
Okay.
and then it pops up with 3 options: Dodge, Step of the Wind, or Flurry.
Gotcha. Flurry blows. Okay. And I already used the ability technically, so I'm gonna.
Yeah, so don't consume any key.
Alright,
Go
so
ahead and make 2
attack,
attacks.
normal. Oh yeah.
29 hits.
Normal.
6 points of damage
Alright.
as you bludgeon him.
Alright.
You punch twice with that. Flurry's
Oh
punch
shit.
punch.
Shit. Yep.
Yeah.
3 hits. Another 10 points of damage. Not bad. He is near death. The 2 Githyanki step forward. An aberration. We should have known. Lysan will make 2 silver greatsword attacks with a critical hit. 27 points of damage. She steps in, and a clean swing of the silver greatsword chops off the aberration's head. Combat comes to an end. Peice never gets to play.
Yeah, she just kind of twitches and just gently pushes the slot's hand just off of her. Just
It collapses to the ground.
So,
You guys just see me reach out and grab like a little gem, I guess, is like control gem. Slad soul, same thing.
Oh hell yeah! His soul looks like a control gem. Yeah.
So
You
I
say,
just,
did he have it, or was it something else has it?
No, she made a soul.
I have a soul trinket.
Anything
that is why you use
special?
Wells of the Grave without expending a charge is what those do.
They can do a lot of things. I can question them. I can, it gives me advantage on death saving throws just because I have it, and con
right.
saving throws.
I have played that Phantom Rogue before as Snifty, but didn't get that far into it.
Yeah, I'm enjoying.
Anything special about the greatsword?
Perhaps
not particularly. It's just a death slot weapon. That did stir a lot of the crew, and you guys start to meet the rest of the folk here. First coming out, and I mean the Gith Yankee having cut it down. Zastro looks and says, "Apologies, we did not know Ilrin was a death slot. We had thought he was a adventurer like yourselves here before us, but I guess that makes sense."
yeah, this place is radiating with some chaotic, malevolent magic.
Don't
It's
take
a-
any offense. Perhaps we should have our friend here that sees through illusions take a quick look at the rest of your crew now?
I suppose I don't see why not. And stepping forward, you hear an orc stepping up, and just confirm, I'm pretty sure they're a female.
Yeah. And I'll follow behind Chell as she's checking the crew. I'll pull out my lantern to look for invisible creatures.
Alright, you start scanning around. No invisible creatures.
Yeah.
You see an orc woman step up. She's holding a bundle of fish, and she has a scabbard at her side, but it's not filled with swords. It is filled with cooking utensils. And you hear she says, "Oh, new wanderers, welcome. We have very little to offer, but I can make you a fish surprise."
You'll monger some fish for us?
I'm pretty good at cooking. Looks like you chopped up a few scavers. Points at the burnt up scavers in the distance. Recharred too. It's easier for me to cook them.
Question. You said your Capitan was somewhere insane down below?
She walks forward. Oh, the captain. They're, well, we haven't seen her since the wreck. Been locked away in her captain's quarters as far as all of us know. We've decided it's safer not to leave the stern. We have what we need here with the kitchen, the first mate's quarters, housing for the crew.
Does she at least talk through the door? You know if she survived?
We haven't talked to her in a few weeks. Lambent crashed a few months ago. We've been stuck here. I should be clear, you don't need to eat. The fish are just... Most people enjoy eating.
What do you mean you don't need to eat?
We're in the astral sea.
Right.
or
That
something.
makes sense.
We don't age. Days go by. It's why we thought Ilrin was, well... Looks to the dead corpse of the death slod. Thought he was just another friend. He's not the only ones we met out here. And they introduce you to a druid. an elf druid. He looks a little bit disheveled. And she says, "This is Davros. Davros, introduce yourself." He walks forward and he looks a little bit disheveled. Wounds on his legs. His clothes are all ripped. He says, "Hi. Yeah, I'm Davros. I was on well, kind of a large vessel. We got attacked by pirates. We didn't make it.
How horrible.
Didn't make it all the way to Havoc. Our ship was called the Verdant Branch. I don't know if you've ever heard of us. Not many people have. We got attacked by space pirates on the way here. You guys haven't seen a dog, have you? Blink dog?
A blue dog?
A blink dog. He was my
Oh,
best
a blink
friend.
dog.
He was on the
Oh.
skiff with me here, but well, even that crashed. Had no real control over that. It's been a rough few weeks.
I don't think we've seen any blink dog, but if happen to catch a glimpse of one, we'll let you know.
It's okay. I shouldn't have asked. I doubt anyone survived.
Could we roll something to know if we saw anything?
You guys didn't see one.
No.
Okay.
We weren't shown a blink dog. We did not see a blink dog.
That doesn't deal.
Well, it is nice to meet those unfortunate enough to have crashed here as well.
And they introduce you to the rest of the crew. It's 5 just crewmates, but they are all Celestials. You see they seem to have a Celestial lineage. They come from the Outlands.
We have no issues helping you get off here once we figure out, but I think I'm gonna go try to talk to your captain and see if they're okay.
Lyceris
Yes,
says, oh, if you're good at talking to people, or if any of you are maybe clerics, somebody that could heal. Our first mate, ever since Ilrin showed up, he's been locked away in his room, of his own free will. But, well, he went a little crazy. Perhaps
Crazy how? Like he was claiming everyone was a giant death slab?
No. He just got really nervous. It's really shaky. Didn't talk much. He's
Did
been
he have a
locked
little
away
blood sugar?
since. But if you want to go see the captain, jump back onto Havoc and make your way to the south.
Does the description he gave me sound like a person that's been infected with slad embryo or whatever?
Madness.
Not really. Sounds like somebody that is yeah, maybe madness, maybe something like that.
If they're here, I'll attempt to go talk to them first.
So they're downstairs in Z8. They're downstairs in the
I go talk to
captain's
them first. Then.
Callian goes down.
'Cause
Anybody go
I'm
with
good at
Callian? Does
talking.
Callian go?
Oh,
Oh.
she's not going alone.
Yeah, I'll go with Callian.
Same.
No, it's all good.
I'll scoot you guys down. Everybody roll a perception check. You guys make your way down here.
Boo boo boo. Perception?
Perception. Here's something.
We're a perceptive group.
Kidding. DC 15, so all of you make it. On your way down, you all hear a light voice. It almost sounds feminine and soft. Help. Somebody. I hear someone. Hello? It's coming from another floor down. More closely, it's coming from like this back closet. As you open the closet door, you can see a hole in the floor.
Hello?
The shout comes out a little bit louder as you peer down. Hello? I'm down here.
Who are you?
Who are you?
My name's Callian, and we just came here to help rescue you people who are stuck on this place.
What do you mean, you people? No, I'm joking. Help!
What do you need help with?
Who are you?
My name is Sirit. I'm locked away.
Why are you locked away?
If you would just come down.
That seems dangerous.
Shell's gonna echo Avatar and send her Avatar down.
Yeah, the echo goes through the floor. It's like a jail cell area. The brig. You can see locked doorways.
You're not gonna take the suffering from us, are you?
What does she notice about the prisoner?
Does she go into the prisoner's cell?
Well, I mean, she's gonna be, have her echo out, but looking into the cell.
It's a shut door. There's a locked door. You go in.
Yeah, she'll poke her echo's head in.
Stepping in, you see a small halfling. She looks like a priest. She's wearing a robe. She has a small spell focus. She has a holy symbol, like a smiling woman. And she says,
Shell. Okay, go ahead.
What are you?
It's kind of
Shell
rude.
kind of like puts her hands through herself and is like gestures like not ghost, but translucent.
I don't think the echo can gesture.
It
I think
can.
I think it just
It just
kind of
exists.
T-poses. I mean, not actual T-poses, but like, I don't think that it moves and gestures as far as what I read. I think it's like a chess piece.
Yeah.
It's like stoic, just standing there until you
Until you strike from its position. I don't think that you can have it like gesture and talk to her. We can double confirm, but I'm pretty sure it's like locked in.
I haven't seen anything to that effect. I mean, I'd have to go back through the FAQ, but it doesn't like interact with other objects, but I've not seen anything about it like not being able to.
Yeah, like it doesn't pick things
gesture.
up. Its hands don't move around. Like it's just a floating version of you. I'll say this: when you're in the avatar form, you can move its arms and stuff around.
Okay. So yeah, she's just gesturing like yeah, not not able to talk, but ghostly like appearance. So she kind of just like gestures and also yells from up above, "Why are you locked in there?" And she's also reporting back to everyone like what she's seeing.
You hear whispering downstairs as she whispers. Well, she talks normally to the echo, but she's just talking to it now. Can you hear from your avatar?
yes.
You can hear as well. So, Chell, you hear. The rest of the party no longer hears this conversation. Here it says, I suppose you can't pick a lock.
Shakes its head.
Shakes its head no or yes?
No.
She looks and she says, oh. Well, if you could find some of the crew, I'm sure they could get me out.
Why are you locked in there? What did you do?
I'm sorry, are you here or up
Someone got
there?
in trouble.
Looking up at the ceiling, hearing the shouting.
She yells down, "That's my echo. I'm up here, upstairs."
She just shouts, "If you could get the crew,
I can hear you from my echo. I'm asking.
if you
Why
could get
don't
the
you-
crew and bring them down, I'm sure somebody could pick the lock."
Why should we
don't I-
pick the lock?
It's
Because she's
'cause it's
locked in there.
locked. I'm locked in.
She's gonna do an insight check on this. Like, is this person
Like this bitch. Is she?
Yeah. sus?
As far as you can tell, she's not sus.
How about I head down and unlock the door if I think she's trustworthy after hearing her story, and we'll move on from there, huh? Why don't you go talk to the first mate? I'll take care of this.
So Chell just kind of like signals one moment with her echo and zips it back up and avatars out.
And Dusk will kind of pull aside the neck, shoulder blade piece of his leather jacket, and there's a small little pirate-looking ship design in his fur, and as he touches it, Dusk incorporealizes and travels through the floor.
Okay.
You could have just jumped down the hall.
Hey, it's one way to do
You
it.
hear, "Where's this woman now?"
Uh,
I mean, you have to admit that's a lot cooler.
you appear in front of the door and you just hear, "Who's that? Please let me
Oh no,
out."
Dusk goes right through the door.
Oh, you want to go into her room? You have to lockpick it from the other
Yeah,
side.
I'm incorporeal, so I can move up to my movement.
Well, just to clarify, though, you do have to lockpick it from the other side.
I'm aware.
Okay. You appear.
Okay.
You appear in her room. She turns
Yeah.
around. Oh. Hello.
Hello there, little one. So I hear from my friend that you are locked in this room. I myself am a master pirate thief, as it were. Would be perfectly able to let you out, probably, but I do have to wonder how you found yourself locked in here in the first place, no?
I was locked away. They used a key and locked the door.
Yes. Why would they do that?
Because they are a death slod. I'm gonna tell the crew once I'm freed.
Ah, that guy. Yes, we already killed him.
You killed him. Oh, good.
Yes, me and my friends got here. One of my other friends has this mask that lets them see through things, and he was like, Death Slot, and we were like, stab, you don't get to be a Death Slot, and I like, you're not?
I had tried to tell the rest of the crew before that he wasn't to be trusted, but, well, I think he caught on that I could see. And he...
Are you the first mate that everyone said was going kind of crazy down here?
No. I'm the ship's healer.
Oh, very well. They said we needed
We
a
have one
healer
of
to go
those,
talk
too.
to the first mate that was crazy. Come, let us get you out of here. And he'll touch the ghost step tattoo and step back through the door to where he can lockpick it.
Uses 2 charges of this item to look cool.
Come back every day. I haven't used it at all yet.
Hey,
Give me a break.
use them sometime. Go ahead and roll thieves' tools.
Yeah. Didn't even know I had this item. This character's been through 3 sessions. That's how often I use it.
Oh yeah, easily. You pick the door. It's DC 15. You can't even fail that. You just quickly kind of scurry with the lock, and it opens right up. She steps out. Oh, thank you. I thought I was going to be locked in there for a while.
That is nothing.
She climbs up through the hole to the rest of the crew. All of you see this little halfling. Chell? You see this. as it looks at you and it waves a feathery wing, and a very cheerful halfling voice just says, "Thank you for freeing me."
That's not a halfling. That's a.
Wasn't that
What-
one of the guardians protecting
I
the
know-
obelisks?
Do I know what that is?
Meta-wise asking. I thought there was something else that looked like this that was rainbow
was-
protecting an object, or was that the other campaign?
Sorry, what was
It was the other
question?
campaign.
Okay, mixing campaigns. Never mind.
Oh, okay.
She was asking if the Quetzalcoatl was attached to our pillar, or if
Attached to the other party's pillar.
They have a pillar.
It is in your mansion.
Mm-hmm.
They have a pillar.
Chell's gonna.
Chell,
mention
what's
this.
wrong? You look like you've seen another death slot.
Chell's gonna mention this. There's a pillar here. It's one of the guardians.
Wait.
She's gonna walk up and.
Chell doesn't know, but that was the question, was if we knew about the
Yeah.
pillar and the other guardian.
It
We do
was,
not.
yeah.
That was the other party.
No.
That was the other party.
Okay.
Violet and them have it in their
Violet
mansion,
and everybody
not
has
our
it.
mansion.
Exactly.
Yeah, no.
Okay. Then Chell's gonna mention, or she's gonna walk up and be like, "We just encountered the slide, and it was in disguise, and now you're
Yes,
in
he cannot
disguise."
be trusted.
Wait,
And
now
nature
you're-
check to know what it is.
Why are
you
you
can
in
do-
disguise? You told
do
me
what?
you could be trusted. That's not
You
fair.
can do a religion check. She looks and she just says, "I'm not in disguise."
No,
That's
look,
the
we
half-
already had to stab one aberration being because it was in disguise. Don't lie to us. That's not nice. I let you out of the room.
She smiles and she does like a nice fancy bow and she says, "I would hate to draw blood. I am not a violent person. I am not in disguise. My name is Siri."
I can see that you're a dragon or whatever. What does a 12 tell me?
A dragon or whatever.
Okay.
Look,
can
we
see
don't
your
want to do
dragon
any
or
harm to
whatever
anything that is not harmful, but you must understand that this kind of deception does not put you in a kind light after what we just went through.
Oh, I would never deceive someone.
Insight check.
Yes.
Yeah.
Hold on.
With my +1, kind of sure that's going to go well.
Can't read her at all.
Seeks is getting tired. Just kind of listen to the party, kind of question this halfling. The halfling seems legit. She's going to use her gem of seeing to give herself true sight.
You too see a coatl flying in the air.
Does she know it's a quad?
Fine.
Religion check.
Yeah, I'll leave that up to religion check. This isn't something she would look
This
into.
is not something you'd normally bump into.
But I do have +10.
You know it as a celestial being, a lawful good one. They're known as guardians, benevolent serpentine beings. Comes from the celestial origin and outer plane. You also don't read any deception in her words, but you know you couldn't if you wanted to.
She will relay to the party through telepathy. Good news is, she is trustworthy, and she is a coatl. They are lawful good creatures, guardians of some kind, but not entirely sure why she.
As you share
believes
this
that she is-
telepathically, you hear her voice join in, and she says, "I am a coatl, yes. My name is
Oh.
Sirit."
Oh,
I can't
didn't
deal
know
with
you could
multiples
be-
of you in my head.
See, and now you invade the group chat. See, this is why I said it was not nice to be this dishonest.
I am not being dishonest.
You were dishonest.
I-
You said your name was something else.
No,
It
she
is
doesn't
Siren.
hear it. It's just she said I wasn't hiding
name
in
has
or
not
disguise,
changed.
whatever.
Yeah.
I'm not.
Oh,
Why do you take the form of a halfling?
I do not take this form, it is my form. Bestowed upon me by Bahamut.
Oh. Our site sees a quaddle, something that takes the form of a winged serpent.
I am a celestial serpentine from Bahamut, sent on a mission.
Yeah.
I do not normally tell people this, as they would not understand.
What was your
Oh.
mission?
That I cannot share with you.
Chell mentions that she was just given a blessing of Bahamut from her gift of the gem dragon. And she's on a mission to... Well, they're all on a mission to kill a... oh god, what's the name?
Tiamat.
Tiamat. Thank you.
You killed Tiamat.
Yeah, he's been corrupted
I
by Vecna.
don't think kill is the right word for Tiamat.
Well, get rid
Defeat?
of his corrupted control, I guess.
Hers. And it
Her-
would not be a
yeah.
good idea to kill her.
Is it like you can't have one without the other kind of thing?
A yin and a yang, yes. But Bahamut and Tiamat are two of one coin. I would not recommend killing her. Not unless you're ready to set off some catastrophic, deific level of
Okay,
events.
is there a way to lock her up indefinitely?
Has
put her
been
in
sealed
timeout?
away before. Something like that would be a much better idea.
Well, then
There we go.
that's the plan. We don't really have a plan yet. We just kind of got recruited into this by a red dragon that I freed from her grasp.
I
I'm
see.
gonna go stun a dragon.
Well,
I thought you said Twinkle did that.
No, she did.
well, thank you for freeing me. And perhaps I can help, at least with anything you might need while you're here. Well, I can offer basic healing, restorations, things of that nature.
Do you happen to know what is causing all this chaotic magic that is keeping the ships being pulled in?
I do. But you should not speak his name as much as the crew has. He is an old god, and he has perished. But you never die. He is dying, if you will. Eternally dying. We're drifting on his body right now. He was a god of chaos. And unfortunately, because of that, well, chaos being his nature, he has left a ripple in the weave around him of chaos.
Chell has no idea.
So is it conscience at all while eternally dying, or is it just nothing in there?
I'm sure
Well,
there's some level of consciousness. He could even be brought back should people worship him. Not that you should. In fact, don't.
Is
Definitely
this the one
don't.
that starts with a B?
No. He was Havoc, the god
Oh.
of chaos. One-eyed ogre with 8 arms, I think. He died a long time ago.
Very well. Do you have a way to allow our ships to escape from this pool?
If I had that, we would have been out of here a while ago. We're stuck. Unfortunately, if you don't have an escape, you're stuck here as well.
Well, there is powerful magic that could get us out of here, but not tempted to try it immediately.
Teleportation
Seeing
magic. I would not recommend it.
Oh, I was going to say the chaos might interfere with it.
It will,
You believe so?
absolutely. The Githyanki, they had initially tried they have the ability to step short distances. It didn't always work.
Six is gonna look to the two astral elves who have been teleporting around quite frequently. Perhaps we should avoid too much of that as a group. I can teleport with magic, and they have some innate gift that allows them to do so.
Yeah, I can do that too.
So don't Misty Step or...
Yeah.
Mine's magic though.
Let me
Safe.
see. Specifically,
Mine's
or
a
Dimension
feature.
Door, or...
Well, so's
Yeah.
theirs. Githyanki have a feature that allows them to
specifically
teleport.
magic, right? If it's a spell that does travel, there's a chance that there's a table that I have to roll on.
Okay.
That's
Is
basically
this
what
the
she
one that
tells
hurt
you
us
is-
with the augury?
No. This is its own. This is its own Havoc table. She basically tells you like teleportation magics, things like that. It probably won't go well.
So it's fucky wucky, timey wimey. Got it.
Well,
But
So,
that also brings us pretty much to the end of our session. We're even a little late. So I think that this is where we'll end. And we'll pick up
Yep.
next week with a whole lot to check out on the Lambent Zenith. A lot of NPCs to interact with, and a lot of maybe we help out Figaro, the first mate. Maybe we go and talk to the captain herself directly. We will have to find out what the party does next.
With a name like Figaro, we gotta help him.
one thing Siksa has been curious about, the draw to the rod.
Direction-wise,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Is she
towards the captain, prow segment.
okay? So she does feel that they are at least somewhere where the rod might be.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right, guys, let's do favorite moments real quick before people head out. Thanks for staying a little late. If you gotta go, feel free to head out, but if you got a moment, your favorite moment or topic of discussion, let's go bottom to top. Start to Becca first. Any favorite moment, any topic of discussion, anything at all before we leave?
Fried surf and turf.
I did surf it.
And then you turfed it into the ground, hopefully.
Turfed and fried. Sure. Kaisera picks that up and it's already cooked. She just fillets it. Trevor, how about you?
Come back to me.
Come back. I'll think about coming back. Patrick.
The Grey Slod just telling Veb it's okay. I was going to turn you all to slots anyway.
Oh, it's all right.
It's
I was always-
morally yeah. It's morally okay to kill me.
Just saying, it's kind of a gray area if you really want to think about it.
Alex, how about you?
I need to go back through and look at everything that I typed because I'm mixing some things together. Well, I mean, getting the telekinetic reprisal, that was a quick fun thing, but yeah, the Slod's moral quandary, but actually getting Chell was kind of hoping to be a little bit like egotistical with Dusk, and then he just wipes the floor with her in her own competition, and she's just like, okay.
Yeah,
That was fun.
a good showing. I liked that. That was a fun little race.
Yeah.
I like that you challenged him to that before allowing him onto the. Cool. Panda, how about you?